Hello, everyone. It's Wednesday, so welcome back to the Abomination Vault. For those of you who are new to the stream or YouTube, welcome. It's good to have you. For everyone else, welcome back. I'm your GM, DM Steve, and I'm joined by fellow D&D veterans Mike, Rick, Richard, and Nina as we go on a journey to fumble our way through learning Pathfinder. Say hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Big shout outs to our fans who chat with us live on stream or comment on our YouTube videos. We really enjoy connecting with you all. So make sure to okay, well, never mind. I'll get to that in a second. I'm like watching. Speaking of our community, I'm reading our chat in real time and it's distracting me. So Heisenberg, stop that. But anyways, we appreciate this interaction, so make sure to keep that up. Shout outs to Chad Hale and David Sims, who are some of our most popular YouTube commenters. Shout outs to our Twitch chat, like Heisenberg, Phenomenally CJ, and Dalton. Anyone else in our chat that I'm missing right now, we love you guys. Don't forget, watching live on Twitch can earn you the heroic coins, which Heisenberg just redeemed 250 that forced me to stretch to remind me. So, oh god, that's killing my green screen. Oh man, all my joints just cracked. So thanks for that one. And we're about to start shortly. Don't forget you can redeem 1,000 points for these heroic coins to give a hero point to anyone who needs it in our game that you think needs it. And also, starting next week, we're going to launch our community goal, which is going to be to pull together 5,000 points and donate them into a community bucket. And if you guys can collectively come up with the 5,000 points, we're going to do a Battle Royale one-shot featuring these 4 characters at whatever level they happen to be. Probably 4-ish. So that would be fun to see who murders who. So, PaizoCon was last weekend, guys. I don't know did any of you guys catch any of the content that Paizo was streaming?
I feel
Nope.
like this is a trick question.
I did not.
None of the new content.
None of the new content?
Some of the
Okay,
streams.
got it. Well, there were some really big product announcements that they were touting that a lot of them got me kind of excited. One of the books that's coming out it's either July or August, I forget, but it's Secrets of Magic. It's a book dedicated to expanding the magic system in Pathfinder, which I thought was really cool. It includes 2 new classes, the Summoner and the Magus. It includes like 200 new spells. It includes new class archetypes that literally change how the spellcasters function. Like you can it like replaces your class features with these new things. It's all pretty cool. There's a lot coming down that road, so we'll talk about that in a future episode. But the real cool thing that made me do is it made me revisit and dive into more about how spells work. And there's one rules interaction here in Pathfinder that is very different from how it is in 5th edition that I wanted to call out so that we all learn tonight. And that is the dismiss ability. So in 5th edition, whenever a spell is sustained, you pretty much use concentration. And you can have one spell concentrating at any time, but anytime you want, you can drop that spell by like dropping the concentration. No action required, no reaction required, you just stop it. Right? In Pathfinder, this same sort of mechanic is used through the sustain action, which a lot of Hal spells in this campaign use that. For instance, Dancing Lights. Is there anything else you use that sustain? Detect Magic. I don't think your Inspired Courage sustains because it's you just expand that length. But you spend an action every turn to sustain a spell and carry it from turn to turn, which is equivalent in idea to the concentration check or spells in 5th edition. But there are some spells and effects in Pathfinder that last for a certain amount of time but can be dismissed. In our party specifically, the only one I think that's come up so far in our campaign is Clovis, because Clovis has the shared senses ability where you can go into Mushi's eyes and see out of Mushi's eyes, right?
Correct.
And that ability says you can dismiss this effect. But the interesting thing to point out here is that dismissing in effect is an actual game term mechanic, and basically to dismiss something takes a full action.
Oh, okay.
So in that case, even though it says you can dismiss the effect to go back to your own eyes, in combat or in that sort of turn-based scenario, it does take a full action to come back to your eyes.
Okay, so it's more like it'll stay on automatically until you
Yes.
dismiss it.
Yes, that is right. And this comes up a lot in like the wild shaping stuff. So if you have any sort of polymorphs or wild shaping, it's not sustained. It'll last for like a minute or until you dismiss it.
Okay.
There's also some spells like area of effect spells, like for instance, Cloud Kill. If you drop a Cloud Kill, it lasts for like X number of time, but you can dismiss it as an action early if you want. So
Okay.
I just thought that was kind of cool. Just a little thing I learned this week.
Yep. Good to
Related
know.
to the Secrets of Magic book that's coming out this summer. And I wanted to share it with all of you so we learn a little bit more on our Pathfinder journey.
And every week, I'm glad I play a rogue.
Yeah.
Same. We just hit things.
We hit things hard.
You hit things, I hide.
And tumble through.
Mhm.
Let's not forget that. Very good. I mean, that's all I had for tonight. Basically, let's get ready to dive back into the vaults, guys. I do want one last friendly reminder. If you're watching our videos, if you're in our chat, if you haven't yet used your Twitch Prime subscription, head over to twitch.tv/DMSteve and make sure to send your Twitch Prime subscription our way. We'll appreciate it. We have a lot of really cool ideas brewing for the future. And oh, there we go. Heisenberg just subscribed right now. Very cool. Love to see it.
Thank you.
Heisenberg.
Thank you.
Exactly. We have a lot of cool ideas brewing in the future. Every bit of support goes a long way into making them a reality. Twitch Prime subscriptions are free, again, if you have Amazon Prime. And if you don't have Amazon Prime, then you can just directly support the channel with a subscription or a bit of cheering in the channel. Every little bit goes a long way. So, now that I've begged you enough, viewers, players, it's time to head back into the Abomination Vaults. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Let's
Yep.
go.
Very cool. All right. Let's go ahead and jump into episode 14 of the Abomination Vaults, Ruins of Gauntlight. The lumber town of Otari, with its storied past and a fair share of sinister secrets, has been fairly quiet in recent decades. Over the 400 years since its inception, the surrounding area has been the launching pad for many famous adventurers, and as a result, most of the ancient ruins have been fully explored, much of their mysteries already solved. But when the mysterious Gauntlight, an eerie landlocked lighthouse, begins to glow with a baleful light, the people of Otari suspect it's an ominous prelude to sinister events. The call goes out for a new band of heroes to save the day. Those heroes are Mukta,
One's path in life may shift like the sands. You have to adapt or be buried.
Halarmony Higgins,
Can I play something for you?
New Lara,
Hey, I know that it's scary, but you have to get up. Okay? Take my hand. Ugh, very good. Let's go.
Clovis,
Nature is not to be put in order. Nature is order. It is for us to put ourselves in unison with this order.
the time has come to enter the Abomination Vaults, Ruins of Gauntlight. All right. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. So, as a quick sort of recap on last session, especially if anyone had missed, there's a lot that went on last week. So, with a day and a half to the party being thrown in your honor, the group enjoyed a bit of rest and downtime. Together, you went to Morley Bent's shop and under his supervision brought the goblin doll to life. It turns out the soul that was in Mr. Beak belonged to a goblin. This goblin, Borbo, was distraught, but a calming song by Harmony brought him to his senses and allowed him to speak. He explained how his master, a drow by the name of Volok, tricked him into servitude as a construct, and he only wants to be free. The group told him that if he helps them, then they will free his soul. Borbo went on to explain how Volok created lenses for the lighthouse, for Mistress Belcora, as he called her, and when she died, his master was beside himself in anguish. He added that Volok is a vain creature, and if one was to threaten a painting of his likeness, or something of that effect, he wouldn't like that too much. After deactivating Borbo, the party enjoyed some downtime. Hal proceeded to busk his way to 5 whole silver, using his expensive new instrument.
Woo!
Nulara spent some time researching Pharasma in the library, but didn't come up with anything very substantial. Mukta committed some light spying for Yenyasmara in exchange for a favor he can cash in later, while planting the seeds of a Halarmony mayoral campaign in her mind. And Clovis met a Shuni druid named Merfurlo, who taught him to harness the power of the elements directly. Also, a hide from the river drake was commissioned to be made, along with transferring some runes around in your guys' equipment. At the dinner party, most of the group found themselves completely out of their element. Bombarded by questions, social pressure, and gossip, only Halarmony really thrived in the situation. During the party, a panicked Morley Bent showed up, demanding the group's time. He exclaimed how he's uncovered a secret. The Scalathrax was summoned, likely from somewhere beneath the lighthouse, as part of some sort of conjuration magic. And the light going out was no coincidence. Instead, the lighthouse used up all of its power. And now, the lighthouse is charging once more. In less than a month, it will be ready to fire again. And who knows what horrors it will bring up this time. Just as you were receiving this news, the group was blindsided by the mayor, Oseph Menhemes, as he got on stage and announced that the group would be undertaking a quest to make sure the lighthouse never fires again. Because he promises a safe Otari, and he delivers on his promises. As Hal was pressed onto the stage, he led the entire dinner party in a song about the old Roseguard, which caught on. And thus, the new Roseguard was formed, with a payment promised of 50 gold per member to make sure the lighthouse attacks no more. As you rushed off from the dinner party, the image of the glowing lighthouse flashed in your minds. It's up to you to find a way to stop the Gauntlight from charging its energy before it attacks again. And, on top of that, find some way to relay your status as a hero into making Halarmony mayor of the town. With another night's sleep, you gather your belongings the next morning, picking up your freshly ruined weapons, and head out to the Gauntlight ruins once more. And that's where we pick up. So we fade in from behind the lighthouse. The camera rises like kind of over the top of the building, looking back towards the group as they come through the Fogfen swamp. Bright early, I guess it's probably Oath Day. It's like, 9 a.m. on Oath Day, which is Thursday-ish. And we see, you guys cresting the hill. Back for another round. The camera zooms in close to you guys as you're coming up. What are you guys talking about? What's your plan? What's your plan of attack? Like, what are you guys doing?
If Mukta, you made them disappear. I was going to say you didn't point out the goblins.
These are left over from something else, I guess. It's been a while since we were on this map, so I got to do some cleanup. Make sure you guys do like a full rest on your character sheets so you get all your resources back, hit points, spell slots, etc. I'll just plop you guys right here in the middle of the Gauntlet ruins. There's a macro for resting, right?
Yes, there is.
So if you need to find it, you can
Rest
look in
for
the
the
macro folder, and it's called Rest for the Night. Yeah. And then I guess for Nulara and Mukta, it's probably just resetting your hit points, anyways.
Yeah, I can just do that manually.
Yeah. And for Howling Clovis,
Same.
yeah, you guys got to deal with the spell slots. So that's easy. Okay.
Oh, our lives are so easy.
So, what would you guys like to do next?
So, do we go back to the workshop area and get to the secret area? Use pulling on the tool and go down to the book lady, or do you want to go someplace else, Nulara?
I'm sorry, what?
We can go back to the workshop with your little friend and find the secret passage to the library and meet with the librarian, or what would you rather do? Do you want to go
Borbo.
down there?
I'm thinking since the sun's out and it's safer in the Gauntlet when the sun's out, maybe we could check out the lenses like upstairs.
Okay, sounds good. Go
Because,
ahead and
like,
let me know.
Yeah, Mukta and Clovis haven't seen it yet, and the last time we were there, we were fine. I know
highly
the
recommend
blood
it.
lady. Yeah, I know the blood lady came up there, but I also have a feeling that why is Nalara talking like this? But I also have a feeling that that since the sun's out, she might not be there.
So we
You
have
know what-
the we
I mean,
have
you
the
can see from where you're standing because the lighthouse door is open. You know, it's like broken off, and you're looking in. Where the floor of the lighthouse is, the blood puddle that had risen into that kind of humanoid form is back, and it's just laying on the ground again.
Okay.
Oh, there's probably gonna be another haunt.
It looks.
and we have
But,
that
uh,
little
did
doll,
before.
right?
You do.
We're bringing that doll with us, right?
Yeah, he's
Unfortunately.
He's gonna help. He's gonna tell us where to go or try to help us, right? Okay. Just want to remember Yep.
Well, after you, good lady. You know what
Yeah.
they say: sun's out, swords out.
So yeah, Nular, do you
I-
want to go ahead and go up the lighthouse, or at least tentatively check it out?
Yeah, for my exploration, I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
defend.
Defend. Oh yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got defend going, and then I'm just assuming we're defaulting to the usual, which is avoid notice for Mukta,
Yes.
detect magic for Hal, and investigate for Clovis.
Oh, before I head in, I want to ask Mukta. Mukta, how did we stop the Bokora's like shadow from attacking us again? You did something, but I'm trying to remember what.
I did? With the shadow?
Yeah. When we first came into the room, and then the blood turned into, like a copy of Bokora and started attacking us.
Oh, I
You
threw
would-
my water skin at it to try to wash away the blood.
Oh, okay. Do I have one?
Basically, it looked like you somehow disrupted the blood between the floor and the creature, which caused it to like disable the haunt. Whether or not it's
Yes.
only water skins that work, no one's to say. But
I guess we're gonna clean some floors today.
Yeah.
All right.
So you it looks reset, like almost like it's been before. This sort of brand new, like the lighthouse again. Just to contrast, it's not aging with time like the rest of the ruins is. It stays in this like nice brand new sort of like approach. It like looks brand new, whereas the rest of the place is crumbling. And the blood, again, from what you understand, is probably, if this is where Belcora died, like you guys learned from Borbo, his blood's got to be hundreds and hundreds of years old, but it looks fresh, like it could have been from a corpse that died this morning. And as you kind of go close to the room and step across the threshold, bracing for the worst, nothing happens, and you're able to bypass the blood stain up to the spiral staircase that goes to the top of the lighthouse, and
It's
get up there,
all
no problem.
clear.
Yep.
Friend Mukta, it's all clear. You can go ahead.
You know, I don't
Maybe
have I don't have a teleporting square to go from here to the lighthouse squares. That's interesting. I didn't set that up.
Oh, I can't get further up. Oh. now
Yeah,
I
no, that's
am.
good. I'm just gonna narratively describe what happens. So, like, you push your way through there, back up into the top of the lighthouse, and you know, like the same as before, daylight streaming in. The lighthouse definitely has like a glow blue. It's hard to see it with the daylight around because that drowns out a lot of this glow. But there's this like lighter, faint blue than the last time you guys were kind of up here looking at it. Now that you know like this idea of like lenses, you're looking around for any sort of lenses. There actually isn't any lenses. The lighthouse sort of has this like cagey, it's like a cage that this blue energy is like coalescing right in the center and pulsing, and outside of it looks like there's this sort of metal contraption that has maybe like 6, 7, 8-inch slots in it, and it looks like maybe there's like 4 or 5 places where lenses could be placed into, but there's no lenses currently residing here in the lighthouse.
Are there any levers or like a pulley system, contraptions outside of, you know, like the lenses, like anything that might power the lenses or turn it on?
You want to, if you want to spend some time like checking it out, sure, give me a perception check.
Okay. Let's go. Oh,
I mean, you
that
spend
looks
some
cock to me.
you spend some time looking for some sort of lever, contraption, anything. With that roll, like, you definitely don't come up with anything, but one thing you still know just by feeling it, you can kind of like, it feels like this metal sort of gadget is on like a track of some sort that you can push it freely in 360 degrees around the lighthouse, like, kind of floor. So you're not sure if there's a way to automate it, but you can manually focus it wherever you want.
I'd like to show Mukta and Clovis, like, the last time we were here, there was a silhouette of something within the cage, right?
Last time you guys were here, I believe it was just the energy like within the cage was pulsing really bright. When Clovis came and saw through Mukta's eye, when Clovis saw through Mushi's eyes, the red blood stain had kind of shot up and was just like living on the outside of the light and kind of making it like red tinted on this cage. And then as Mushi came into the room, the blood sloughed off into like a misty blood cloud and attacked it.
Okay.
But it
Stay
looks,
out of my eyes, Clovis.
it looks similar. It doesn't look any different from what you guys had seen before, except for the light seems a bit fainter. It's not as deep a blue as it had been last time you were here. Even though it's hard to see in the light. Again, reinforcing the idea that this thing is charging and it's still fairly low charge.
Do you think the lenses maybe are somewhere in this lighthouse somewhere?
Nulara, do you think you are strong enough to maybe destroy the
Track?
these devices that would hold the lens itself?
I could try. I'm gonna try.
Okay. What weapon are you using?
I'm gonna use
Are you
my brand new
bending it?
trident.
Yeah, you're gonna pull out the trident and just like jab
Actually,
it.
no. Let's do like a bludgeoning damage on it. So I'll
Okay.
use the Morning Star.
Sure. Give me an attack roll with that Morning Star then. All right. Nice. So your aim is to destroy like the contraption or to make it so it doesn't rotate anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not made from like the sturdiest of metals and stuff. You can tell it's made for function and not, defense. and one solid crush from your Morningstar like collapses, like it crumples, and you see the whole thing sort of like fall off the track and like bend at a weird angle, and you can just keep hitting it over and over until it renders it fairly broken. Like it doesn't like jams. You can try to like force it. If you give it your all, you can like push it hard enough that it'll like force a little bit. But yeah, this thing is easily like destroyed just with a little bit of elbow grease. No problem.
Yeah, I'll do that. And then while doing that, I'll look at the party and say, this solution, I don't know, it feels too easy.
I mean, we're going to have to delve a little deeper.
Yeah.
Pun intended, but maybe this will at least slow whatever happens down.
Okay. Then I'm just hitting the thing.
Just crash. Yeah, no problem. So you at least render I mean, it doesn't affect the lighthouse because the lighthouse is still in this like really hefty, thick cage. Or sorry, the light in the center is surrounded by this thick cage, but the little contraption outside of that protection that would potentially slot some of these lenses in, completely beyond easy repair. Mission accomplished. Dust your hands off. Go collect your reward.
Borbo, does this place look familiar to you? Did your master bring you here?
The doll is still like lifeless.
Oh shoot.
You guys
I'll
want to
put
reactivate
the
it?
gem in.
Yeah. Okay. So you slot the gem in, and he like comes through. And again, he's in this like sort of like hysterics where he's looking around. He's like kind of like unsure of where he is, and he threatens to bite a couple of people before he kind of recognizes you and realizes what's going on. And then he begins crying really loud and just like, my life is so hard. This isn't fair. Just like way feeling down on himself.
You know, friend, just a little bit more, and I promise we'll stick to our word. Are you familiar with this place?
He looks around because he can't actually turn, so you gotta like hold him out and show him around, right? So
yeah.
You're showing him around, right? And he's like, oh, are we in the lighthouse?
Yeah.
Right here, it's so destroyed. This thing right here, this is where we would slot the lenses in.
Yeah, I broke it.
There were 4 lenses. Master was very adamant that they'd be perfect to her standards. The good news is there's no way to slot in the lenses. The bad news is the lenses were never required to operate the lighthouse, more to strengthen its magic or to at least extend its reach further.
Was he able to finish the lenses, or was he still in the process before everything went to shit?
Oh no, we finished the lenses. It was his pride and joy. I think we worked on it for the better part of 5 years before he was happy with them. He took them down to Mistress Belphora, and when he came back, he didn't have them.
Well, Borbo, I believe you've met everyone, and then I show him everyone.
Like,
you guys have any questions for him? Yeah.
Doesn't sound like it. And again, go.
I was just going to say, which way was the best way to the library again?
I mean, the only passage I regularly used was through Master's workshop, which would be he's like, oh, that way, no, that way, and he turns and like he's pointing out towards like the northwest side of the lighthouse, towards that little house kind of off the side. And then
It's-
he tells you that's how you get there. Although he said there was another staircase that led down from the servants' quarters, but he didn't like to go there because they were kind of beneath him.
I lean into Clovis. It's kind of makes me feel sorry for him when he points with his little nubs like that.
Agreed. Poor baby.
Alrighty, Borbo. You get on my back and you lead the way.
Do you want him? You want him to lead you to the lighthouse, or sorry, to the library? Is that what you're
Unless
asking him to
there's
do?
anything else that the party wants to investigate in the lighthouse.
I mean, we start to go down. It's as good as a direction as any. Once we go down, we keep going down, or we just go down a little bit and then look around and then a little bit more, or do we come back and go down like your secret door, Mukta? What do you think?
If, well, I mean, the reason we brought along our little friend is to possibly help us in the library. So I feel like we should maybe try to go there at least.
Okay, let's do that. You lead the way.
Yeah. So he'll lead you basically out the lighthouse door right here to the west, and then north into that little stairwell that goes down where you fought like the sort of bloodworm creature. So you guys can take your tokens and head back that way, or I can drag you if you prefer. Looks like Helen, Mukta are already in a foot race. I'll bring Mushi for you. Mushi never got healed.
Damned closed doors. You win this time, Hal.
All right, let's see if these teleport squares work.
As we're walking, I want to ask Hal, did Rajani spit on you last night?
I wouldn't say he spit on me. He kind of in my direction, but admit no matter means nothing.
Trust me. You would rather have him spit near you than talk to you.
Kind of regret just even throwing the idea of making him mayor.
Did we really? I mean, we didn't really even throw it out there. We were just asking questions and he maybe inferred some things, but,
Are you
look.
bringing dancing lights back out, Hal? Because
Yeah.
We're going back underground where it's dark. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
There's some left over from last time. Perfect. So yeah, so
Oh, I
from
just put 'em out.
here. Oh, you did. Awesome. So from here, Borbo will point you to the right towards this little workshop.
I can't see anything.
Yeah, where did your token end up?
Did I go down the right way?
You went down.
You did, but like it
The
seems
hell?
like there's an issue with this thing not teleporting. Let me do this. Let me do.
Ota, where are you? Oh, there.
You're looking for treasure.
There, I reset it. That should
Hey.
fix it for you. Yeah. So you can go ahead and return back to this little workshop. And just again as a reminder, like the 7 square alcoves, each containing strange magical apparatuses or alchemical sets of tools, ring this damp stone chamber. The alcove to the north contains a large glass tank filled with liquid. A goblin's corpse, clad in outdated servant's clothing, floats inside of it. A semicircular work table covered with tools, papers, and what previously held a large book before it made its way into one of your bags was in front of the tank.
I'm gonna
Borbo,
make sure that Borbo doesn't see the goblin in the tank.
you don't want him to see himself?
No.
Yeah, okay.
Alas, poor Borbo. I knew him once.
He does remind you that there is a secret treasure compartment in his room that he'll gladly show you guys where it is if you'd like to see it. Although Mukta has already cleared that one out.
Oh.
I would like to go down to the library before we run out of daylight. So maybe the most expeditious way
Yeah.
to go is the best.
Yeah, so he motions here, like you point him away from the tank where the goblin is towards this door that's already open, and he's like, "Oh, I see you've already found this secret door. It was
Yeah,
cleverly
so
hidden."
no
From
need for your treasures. Why don't you keep them hidden? Some things you should keep for yourself.
Right. Yeah, and so he basically says, like, leading this way down to the workshop, there's Morlocks that live down here, and the librarians keep Belcora's library tended to. It'll be great.
It's so
Sure.
dark. Oh, okay. Oh, I
Let's see
hear
if
rats.
let's see if all the tokens work this time. So there's like a long staircase that leads down deeper under the library, into the library. So
Hey, I need a head count. Where's everyone? Okay.
I see.
I don't see. There he is.
It's hard because all the tokens stack on each other, right?
Oh, okay. I was gonna
So,
say
yeah.
I don't see Mushi.
I am still avoiding notice.
I'm defending.
Oh yeah, did Mushi not make it? Oh yeah, here comes Mushi.
I got teleported somewhere.
He's there. He's back.
Should I make a stealth roll?
Well, yeah, in a second I'll have you do the stealth roll.
I have to move me against Steven. I just all of a sudden disappeared by myself.
You went back to the second level.
Oh,
You
no,
stepped
no.
back on the staircase that took you back
Oh
up.
yeah, I was trying to position myself so I could grab Mushi in. All right.
I see. Looks like Rick. Are you on level 2 still?
Yeah, it whatever reason it
Oh.
pushed me back to level 2, but
Your token's
back.
on
I
level 3.
see. I see his token. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
So
duplicate.
yes. So Mushi, go ahead and give me that. Mukta, go ahead and give me that stealth roll, because you step down the staircase deep down, and as you step into this little hallway and peer up and down the hall, you see to the west side of you a large swirling cloud of mist. There's thick clouds of mist that are spilling out from that room on the far side down the hallway, making it hard to see any details, but there is very obviously something swirling at the center of that mist cloud.
Where at? Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Ah, Borbo.
So
what
Mukta
is
is
this?
sneaking ahead and sees it.
Borbo, what is this? Is it safe?
And as you're looking at that, Mukta, it begins to let me just do, what was your roll? 18. What's this thing's?
My door.
Where is the thing on? Oh. Yeah. So you step down and you try to go in sneaky, and you stop in your place, Mukta. And as you do, this thing basically starts floating. The mist and this creature starts floating in your direction a little bit. And I guess at that point, everyone go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Oh no!
It's a little hard to be sneaky with a single hallway and bright lights all around you. So
Yeah.
That's so true.
But you
Come
also just
up
had a
on the
really bad
ceiling.
roll. If you had rolled high enough, I would allow you to stop and backtrack before everyone
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
comes down, But,
that's my excuse for the bad roll.
Yeah. Without the lights though too, because you I don't think you could see anything without the lights, right? Because you have low light vision but not dark vision. Is
Yes.
that correct? Yeah.
Correct.
So there is this misty type creature, whatever it is.
But I was still trying to avoid notice, so I can.
You still get to roll
hopefully
stealth,
get
absolutely.
Yeah.
Dang, 31 for initiative?
Yep.
Lord.
Holy. Badass monk.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh,
Whoa, an explosion.
And then
The
Mushi doesn't get his own turn. Okay, there we go. Let's see.
Thought I rolled pretty well, but I guess I didn't roll well enough.
I guess you didn't roll enough, right? Okay. So whatever the miss is begins to go your way. So yeah, 33.5. Geez. And Nular, are you still? Did you start with your shield raised? Were you defending?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So just as a, let's see. This is weird. Like, it's hard to see with with like just a little dim light from your lights and the swirling mist. It's definitely like obscured from everyone. It's like basically hidden from everyone because it's hard to see through the clouds. So sorry, it's considered concealed from you guys. Okay. You can see it. You know it's there, but it's a little off, which means it's like a DC 5 flat check to even hit it with an attack or anything like that. So, what's its move? It's got. They changed some of these things. Okay, so it's not too fast. Okay, so it uses one action. It only needs 20. So like the mist kind of comes closer, washes over all of you, and suddenly you're all completely obscured by this like mist around you. It like sweeps up the stairs, down the hallway, and makes it really hard to see what's going on. And then it reaches out and it does a tentacle strike at Mukta because you're the first one in front of it. So let's see what it does. That's a 30.
Yeah, that hits critically.
Is it critical
What?
hit?
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Yes.
So the tentacle reaches out and deals 34 damage to you.
I'm unconscious.
What?
Really?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Let's get the hell out of here.
What the heck? That's intense,
Let's
man.
grab everybody and go.
Okay, so all the mist, like he grabs Mukta. Mukta goes unconscious. This like you feel a tentacle wrapped around you. Mukta squeeze you. It deals, what was it? Just bludgeoning damage. It like grabs you. You go unconscious. You watch as like the tentacle like drops the unconscious body to the floor, and then you feel like around you, like Nulara, you feel the mist starts like getting tight like around you. I need you to make a reflex save. A DC 20. Yes, Nulara only.
Oh,
A
shit.
DC 20 reflex save.
22.
Very good. So you've managed to like push your way through it, and it does not immobilize you. But you could feel that the cloud, the mist
How
itself was
dare.
trying to hold you in place. And
Okay.
that's the end of its turn. Mukta. Actually, Mukta, you get moved before it in initiative.
Yes.
So, Nular.
Okay, first action, I'm gonna pull out a healing potion. Second action, I am going to guzzle it down Mukta's throat.
Okay. So you reach down, take the potion, pour it down his throat. Go ahead
Yeah.
and roll that.
Oh my god. 1.
Is it just D8 straight up?
It just says, yeah, for a minor. I only have a minor left.
Yeah, it's just straight D8. So at least Mukta, you come conscious with 1 hit point.
I'll
Okay.
take it.
Okay.
He's alive!
Ow.
I can't end on his turn, right?
Like on his square? No, you can't.
Third action. Let me know if I can do this, Steve. Could I pull Mukta's body like to my space and then like
Switch
like,
squares.
yeah, switch squares.
I'll
Like for
allow
my
that.
third action, it's like just use my movement. Okay.
I'll allow
We
that.
can do that. Okay, cool.
So you drag Mukta away, and then you like kind of position yourself to like between him and the cloud.
I'll pull him up a little further and then go here.
Okay, go ahead. I will allow that.
Thank you.
That was all 3 actions, right?
Yes, sir.
Don't forget to lower your shield because it's no longer raised. And Hal, you're up next.
Okay, I am going to cast Soothed on Mukta, heightened.
Okay.
What?
So much
it,
better though.
A 2 and a 1 on your rolls. Wow.
yeah, and then I get to add another 1d10 plus 4 because it's heightened.
Well, I think that was already heightened, right? Because it did 2d10 plus 4.
Yeah, but it's not in the.
It is.
Oh, it is.
It's just you rolled a 2 and a 1.
Bro.
I will still take it.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess I'll sustain.
Sustain the lights. Okay.
Yep.
The dancing lights keep getting teleported because of the thing. That's kind of funny. Okay. All right. Is that it, Hal? Yep. Clovis.
Yep.
So can I see the thing that got Mukta?
It's hard to see, right? Because it's just this big swirling thing of mist, but from within that misty cloud, a sort of like tentacle reached out and grabbed him and like sapped the life out of him. From where you are, you can see he's in the square right in front of New Lara. It's just really kind of hard to see, but you do have partial line of sight, so it would have partial cover because of the wall, and it's obscured because of the mist. But
Do I become wounded 1, Steve?
you would be wounded 1, yes. Actually wounded 2 because you got down by a crit.
Ah,
Even with soothe.
Yes, until you get
Oh,
sorry,
like
you
that.
went to dying 2, but you came back to wounded 1. That's how that works. So yeah, you're wounded 1.
okay.
You guys think I should do a heal and try to give him some more healing, or
Kill it.
what's
yeah,
that?
damage it. Damage it.
Damage it?
Mhm.
All right. All right. I'll take a ray of frost at it.
Okay. Is that an attack roll?
Yep.
Ooh, 27. Okay, before the attack hits, I need you to just roll me a straight d20 flat check. You have to roll 5 or higher to actually hit it because it's concealed from you. Yeah, no problem.
Yes.
You hit it. 27 is going to hit, but not a crit.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll damage on that.
Nice.
Max damage.
Nice.
All right, 12 points of cold damage. Saps through the cloud and like nails the creature, which you guys can see is called a Mist Stalker.
All right. So then on my last action, I'm gonna recall. Can I recall knowledge if I know anything about this thing with the tentacles?
About this thing? Sure.
Any
Make
weaknesses?
it's either Arcana, unless you have some lore that you can apply to this thing. Make an Arcana check for me.
I have a forest lore. That's it. Arcana. Or
Yeah,
that's not
Forest lore. You can make it with Forest lore if you want, or you can make it with Arcana. Actually, for this one, it can be Arcana or Nature. Sorry.
good. Okay. Nature.
Yeah. The way they do recall knowledges is like depending on the creature type, different skills apply.
Jesus. So 1. Come on.
Okay, well, that's a critical fail, which means it's supposed to be a secret check, right? Anytime you do a recall knowledge, make it a secret roll.
Okay.
So that way you don't
Got
know you rolled a natural 1. But
Gotcha.
in this
Okay.
case, what you learn, this thing is actually, let's see. Its weakness is being paralyzed. So if you can somehow paralyze this thing, it can take the mist away.
All right. I yell that out to everybody, and that's my turn.
All right, Mukta. You stand up, or no, you are laying on the ground because you're unconscious, but you're conscious, prone. What would you like to do?
I stand up. Ow! Whatever that thing is, it hurts. And
I believe standing up takes an action.
yes.
Okay.
Do I have? Would I be able to shoot it with a bow?
You would.
Well-
It would have partial cover. I think it's +1 AC because New Lara is between you. But that's it. I don't remember if it's +1 or +2. I think it's +1
okay.
AC.
First action, get up.
Yep.
Second action, if you'll allow it, I'd like to hide behind Nulara's form. I am quite small.
I mean, you're small and she's large and she's right on it. In this narrow hallway, I think it's reasonable, and I will throw you that bone. Yeah.
All right.
Pretty good. You feel like you're pretty reasonably hidden.
So would it be flat-footed?
It is flat-footed against that.
All right. Oh, let me target. I always forget about that. All right, and then third action, I will quick draw and shoot it with my short bow.
And you added the rune to your bow, right?
I did.
Okay, perfect. And Nulara, you added the runes to your weapon?
Yes.
Perfect.
Ooh. What?
Oh, you targeted the dancing lights, which is
Oh,
nice as
my
a
bad.
critical hit.
I was like, I rolled it, and then I saw the number. I was like, how does
Right.
that make sense?
A 12 misses. It's actually a 12. Wait, yeah, because 12 and it was
Don't kill our
flat-footed.
lights. We need
I
them.
am going to use a hero point,
Okay, yeah, let's use that hero point.
and I'm not able to target it because of the dancing light is in front of it.
You
There you
knocked
go.
out all the lights. Now we're
Okay.
dark.
There we go.
There we go.
All right, let's try this again.
Best of luck.
I see it in my eye, and then I see my arrow release, and I see it hit the light in my mind, and I say, no, and I move my bow.
Just a little.
Woo!
Yeah, a
Yes.
28.
Let's go.
It's 28. It has +1 AC, and then the flat-footed is already counting the flat-footed in that roll.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It should be. I put
Well,
flat
you
foot.
got 28. Its AC was 20, dropped to 18, but then increased by 1 because Nulara, so it's not quite a crit.
Oh, I hate myself.
Sucks.
But it is a hit. Then they calculated that right. So go ahead and roll the
8 points.
8 point. Not bad. Okay. Actually, before the on top of that, you need to roll the D20 flat check. Just a 5 or higher to make sure that you hit the right target and don't miss it because it's concealed.
Ah,
I forgot about that. We should have done that at the beginning. Oh yeah.
Whoa!
Way to put
wow.
in the crit. But
Now
yeah,
I-
so you hit the target true.
Nice.
It takes a good amount of damage, but it's not bloodied or anything yet.
that
was
is
all three actions.
all 3 actions, correct?
Okay. So, let's see. On the Miststalker's turn. Let's see. It doesn't technically fly or anything, so it can't get like over or through you. It's not incorporeal, so it can't force its way through Nulara. I think it's just gonna reach out. Let me see. What's his intelligence? It's not dumb, but it's not super smart. Okay, it's gonna reach out with its tentacle and try to like attack you, Nulara.
Okay.
Okay, so tentacle attack. That's a 29.
Hits, but
Hit,
not a
but
crit.
not a crit. Just barely not a crit, but it's not a crit. So it reaches out and it does 12 points of bludgeoning damage to you.
Okay.
And then as it does that, The tentacle wraps around you, squeezes you for 12 points of damage, and it's going to use the second action to cash in the grab effect, and the tentacle grabs you, and you are now being held in place by this like weird tentacle in this creature has. So you are now considered grabbed. So unless you use an escape action, you have the grabbed condition, which makes you flat-footed and immobilized.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I will add that to your thing. Grab. There we go.
So
grab.
essentially, I can't do anything because I'm immobilized, or I just can't move.
Well, if you look at immobilized, it just means you can't move unless you
Can't use any action. Oh, okay.
you'd have to like break the hold. You can attack and stuff. You're just flat-footed to this creature, so this creature would have a bonus at future attacks against you. And then with its third action, it's going to use its constrict ability. So it wraps around you, Nulara, and then as you're held there, it just squeezes you. So I need you to make a fortitude save. DC 21 fortitude save. Nice. So it's a success. It's a success, but it's not a critical success. So you're going to take half. So you take half the damage, which is 5.
Do I take half?
Yeah, you just take 5 damage instead of the full 10.
I'll just manually change my thing.
Okay, that works.
Oh.
And that's its turn. It's all 3 of its actions. Nulara, it is your turn.
Okay. I am going, while I'm here, I'm gonna attack it.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
You don't have a
let's-
weapon drawn right now, right? Because
Dang,
last turn you had to give the potion and stuff.
Yeah.
So one action. What are you drawing?
I'm pulling out the trident.
Okay.
I'm gonna say,
Let's go.
Rajani, even though you were a piece of shit, I'm really hoping you're a good smith. So I'm gonna attack it for
Go
my
for it.
second action.
Yep.
Oh, come on. New rune. 19?
19 misses.
Oh, fails. Okay.
Yep. You have the option to hero point.
Oh yeah, I'll use the hero point.
Okay. Hero point it is.
Okay, let's try that again.
See if you can roll a little better than an 8.
24.
24 is a hit.
Cool. For the damage, it'll be 17 points of piercing damage.
Nice. Yeah, you put a striking rune on it, right? That's pretty clutch.
Yeah.
So it basically does double damage now, huh?
Uh-huh.
Very nice. 17 points of damage. Tears right into the core. Oh, make a flat check for me. DC 20 flat check to see if the attack hits or misses. Hits. So you strike true right in the middle of this like cloud creature through the mist, stab into it. It writhes in pain. The tentacles flail. It's definitely bloodied.
Okay. I'm flat-footed, so 18. Can I still raise my shield?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll raise my shield.
Yeah, you can raise your shield. You just can't move off the square, and the raising the shield kind of offsets the flat-footed somewhat.
Okay. Cool.
Perfect.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Hal?
All right. I would like to lay on hands on Nulara.
Okay. So that's 12 points of healing
Bless
to
you.
Nulara.
And then I would like to sustain the lights and then do linger composition, inspire courage.
Okay. Let's do it.
And it is a performance roll.
That is correct. Let me look up what is our...
Ooh, with your new loot.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we're level 3 now, so the DC on this is 18. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 18 is the current DC for your level base check.
Oh,
So that's a
nice.
failure, but not a critical
no.
failure.
Still learning how to play it.
So it lasts one
Yep.
round. It doesn't cost your focus point.
Yep. So at least it's one round.
Yep. Okay. So you guys can all take that focus or that inspire courage effect from the mod. Oh, is it? Yeah, it's just around there.
Fire courage.
Very cool.
That's my turn.
That's your turn. All right. Clovis.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and move up here. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay. You walk right up, like through Hal, through Nulara, back.
Yep.
You go right past the thing. It doesn't look to use any sort of action to reach out and lash at you.
All right. Then I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay. Very nice. Okay.
15.
15 is going to miss.
Damn it.
Hero point. Oh, you're
Yeah, might as well, huh? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna use my
We
hero
can give
point.
ourselves hero point from Twitch.
Yeah, cash in those points.
Sweet.
All right, hero point makes it a 22.
Yes.
There is a +1 AC bonus to it because it's Nulara being between you guys and Mukta and stuff, but a 22 is still enough to hit. So let's do the flat. Yeah. So it hits, but now we gotta do the flat check, right? Like how's it? So D20, you gotta roll 5 or higher flat check.
And the flat check is for what now?
Because it's concealed in the mist, you can't exactly see where it is.
Oh,
so
he
you're
still
kind
gets
of-
okay. That's why I moved, so he wasn't. But either way, he's still the.
He's
mist.
putting
Okay.
off this cloud of mist, so
No, I'm with it.
everything in
Yep.
this, yeah.
Yep.
So flat check's fine, so that does hit. So, go ahead and roll the damage on your hydraulic push.
Nice.
So
11 plus
Nice.
it pushes you back 5 feet away from Nulara.
that's right. So,
Ooh.
so Nulara it slides back 5 feet from Nulara. The tentacle that's lash on Nulara. It reaches out, and the tentacle is still at a 10-foot range, still reached around Nulara, unfortunately.
Okay.
So that's my turn. Okay.
Okay. Top of the round, Mukta.
Action. Hide behind Nulara again.
Okay. I allowed it last time. I got to allow it this time. Okay. You do beat its passive perception.
All right, then I will shoot it with my short bow.
Go ahead. Do you want to? I guess it doesn't necessarily matter.
Fail.
Yeah, 18 is going to miss.
Third action, I might as well attack again.
Okay. It's not flat-footed for this one anymore because when you attacked on the second time, it gave up the hidden condition.
Yep. But I have nothing else to do, so. Or. I'm going
You
to
had,
hide from it again.
You had courage checked on, right?
I did, yes. Why is? I thought I did. Why isn't it?
It's toggled on, but it didn't look like it added the bonus to your roll.
It didn't.
It might have been something that broke with the update that I haven't.
It
checked.
also didn't do anything for flat-footed because I have a +10 just normally.
Right. That's a good point. So if your roll was an 18, right? Its AC is 20. Flat-footed takes it to 18. Nulara being between you takes it back up to 19. But the Inspire Courage gives it +1.
So it would have hit.
It would have hit.
So I'll roll the.
It would have hit with the flat-footed condition. Yes, that is correct.
Okay, so let me turn that back on real quick.
That +1 potency rune paying dividends.
Yes.
Oh, I
No,
think it
yeah.
is.
It hits.
No, you need a 5. You need a 5.
It's just a 5 or higher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think.
Wow. 5 damage.
Wow. 5 damage hurts it, but is not enough to put it down. You were saying it would have critted, but I don't think it would have. It hit by like the bare minimum.
No, his first attack was 1 short of a crit.
I mean, last turn.
Yeah.
He didn't have Inspire Courage on that turn though.
No, I didn't.
But he did also, but it was also flat-footed, and it wasn't working.
It's true, but I did offset the flat-footed condition. Let's see, because last turn
I rolled a 28.
Right, and it had an AC of 20 down to
8 plus 1. It would have been had to get 29. Yeah,
it was
I
one
had to
off
get
last turn too. Yeah, because of the extra 1 AC for being because New Lara was between the attack.
You know what? I'm still going to attack again. No flat-footed, just
straight up.
Kill it.
Bring it.
Show it who's boss.
Crit fail.
No.
Yep, that's a critical fail.
Well,
It
shit.
plinks off of like Nulara's armor, like the back of her shield just gets an arrow in it. Clink.
Whoa.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, the mist makes it really hard to see. You thought it was a tentacle.
And that's going to be my turn.
Okay. This thing is going to.
All its babies.
Well, it can't do. I guess the first thing it's going to do is it's going to just use a tentacle strike. So it's holding you in place with 1 tentacle. Another tentacle lashes out to strike at you, Nulara. That's a 16. That fails.
Whoops.
Wow, good job. I think you just barely get your like shield up at the last second and like deflect the tentacle that like bounces off the wall. The one that is holding you, it will use its constrict ability. So I need you to make another Fortitude saving throw, DC 21 Fortitude saving throw.
Come on. 25.
Success. Okay,
Nice.
so you're gonna take half damage again. Half of 6, so you take
Yes,
3 bludgeoning
nice.
damage.
2. Okay.
And then it's going to continue to use its third action to persist the grab effect on you.
Okay.
And that's it. Nulara.
All right. So for my first action, I still have my trident, right?
You do, yeah. Also, just to
Okay.
clarify, because it has a 10-foot tentacle that's like at range wrapped around you, logically, you can attack the tentacle that's holding you, because even though the body's 10 feet away, the tentacle has to be around you, right? So if
Yeah.
you want to target it with a melee attack, you can target the tentacle that's wrapped around you, and I'll allow that.
Or I'll just try and kill it.
Sure, you gonna check the trident?
Yeah, with a
Okay.
power attack.
Okay. Oh, power attack. Very cool.
Yeah,
One thing
power
I
attack.
did notice too, I don't know if does the trident give you like a ranged attack option on your
Yes, 20
your-
feet.
Okay, yeah, but like range, like the reason I asked is because like stabbing it is like a strength based attack, but throwing it actually becomes a dex based attack. But there doesn't look like there's a way to easily toggle that on the character sheet. So just roll with what you got, and we'll roll with it. It'll be strength based.
Okay.
I think
I'll
I think
look it up.
officially it's supposed to be dex based, even thrown weapons, but whatever. It's 10 feet away.
I mean,
throw that thing.
It's a hallway. It's 10 feet away. I think how strong she throws it would make sense.
Yeah, for sure. Like with the thrown weapon, you get to add your strength bonus to the attack roll, which is cool. Yeah. Okay.
26.
And this is chucking it, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh, my
20,
D20.
The 26 is gonna hit. Yet flat roll. Oh, that's strikes true.
As
Roll the
well.
damage.
Okay, so with a power attack, that would be 21 points of piercing damage.
You hear a like loud squealing noise as like the tentacle like releases from around you, and this thing starts writhing around with the tentacle sticking right out of it. The mist starts like swirling around you like crazily, and when the mist clears, you can see nothing but like a dead corpse of like does it even leave a corpse behind? I guess it just leaves behind. You just see like a a trident laying in like a small puddle of water that's kind of running down the hallway, and you guys have beat it. Good job.
Woo! Mukta. Now, my friends, I know you like to go in front so you can look around and pick the pockets of people who don't see you, but maybe you not being in front is. I think this happened a couple of times so far.
So you guys
Yeah.
all get 60 experience for defeating this.
Hey.
Take it.
I'll just go ahead and grab my trident really quick.
Yep.
Look, I
Any
have to keep
experience
up
from any experience from last week? Anything to do with like the
Oh, I did intend to give you guys a small amount, so take
the mirror thing?
30 experience for last week's session.
So 90.
Oh, we're up to 90. Sweet.
Cast a heal spell? Clovis?
Did I?
You just rolled a heal spell. Are you casting a heal
Oh,
spell?
sorry. No, I was on another screen. Sorry, I was clicking over.
Oh, okay.
No,
confused.
but well, not yet. How's everybody doing on hit points? Do you need me to heal anybody?
Maybe have a little bit as I spit up some blood.
We wait a few minutes. I can take a breather, and you can take a breather, and perhaps I can use my lay on hands on you and heal you a little bit. And Clovis can tend to your wounds, maybe.
I mean,
You want to?
I'm sorry, I know we just got down here, but maybe we do this back upstairs for a moment.
Right, that's what I was wondering. Like, you don't have to I mean, you can move your tokens if you want. It's just gonna break for everyone again. But we can just assume you go back upstairs to do it. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'm meaning to say my healer's kit is on my belt. By the way, it is.
Okay.
It's not in my backpack, so it's on me.
It's
And-
within.
And my thieves' tools also fit in my bandolier with my daggers. I equipped it.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do this. Heal the lay on between the lay on hands. Clovis's good berry plus treat wounds if you'd like to use that. We have lots of ways to heal you guys back up.
Yep.
So which way do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to do the treat wounds way? Do you guys want to do the focus point way? It's really like a time sort of thing, right?
Well, I'm also wounded, so.
That's true. So maybe treat wounds on Mukta to get rid of the thing.
Yeah, that'd be the only way to get rid of the wounded, right?
Yes.
Yep. So I think that's what we need to do.
So Clovis, why don't you give me the treat wounds? Hal, is that for Nulara? The 12? I think that.
I was going to do on Mukta, but if Nulara is still healed.
It's okay. I'm only 8 points down.
Yeah, I can give her a good berry.
Yeah, give it to Mukta. Mukta needs it more.
Okay.
So that's
12
12
Thank
points.
you, though, Hal.
12 from Hal, and then Clovis, give me that treat. Give me the medicine check for your treat wounds.
I'm able to use nature now for medicine, right?
Did you take that feat?
Or am I going to take it?
I
No,
don't
I
think
think
you
I'm
ever-
going to take it.
I think
No,
you
I
were
never did.
thinking about. You never did.
I think
yeah.
I was looking at it for future. Yeah, it's just in my head. So, all right.
Yep.
That is why I'm thinking about it.
Okay,
22?
13, 22 is a success, which allows you to. What was the treat wounds action? What's it say in your character sheet?
Pull it up.
Actions, exploration, treat wounds. I put it in chat, so it's going to be 2d8 hit points. So roll that or click that 2d8 link, and you lose your wounded condition, Mukta. And you get 9 hit points back. And if you want to treat him for a full hour, he'd get 18 back.
I mean, I'm only 1 point from being full, so I
Okay.
think I'm alright. 9. Actually, no, that 9 points bring me back to full. Math is hard.
Perfect. So
And then I will give. Do you have something, Hal? I can give her a good berry.
Okay, that sounds like a plan.
All right? So I give her a good berry, which is
Yep.
2d6 plus 4 now, right?
I think so. Everything got heightened.
Yep. So 2d6.
Oh wow.
10. So that's 10
10.
points.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm back to full.
There you go.
Nice.
So just a little bit of time
then-
investment, 2 rounds of focus, refocusing, and 10 minutes of treat wounds. Within like 20, 30 minutes of time, you guys have healed, patch yourself back up to full. And
Yep. 10 minutes to refocus my focus point back too, right?
yes. Yeah. So yeah, we are good then. So
How are you feeling, Mukta?
With the help of our friends here, I'm right as rain, but ow, that thing hurt.
so I think
I'd like
I think
to say I saw it happen, but I didn't. You just fell.
What the hell was that thing? Was that
You
You
a
know,
monster?
I have to keep up the tradition of us getting pwned immediately when we go to a new area. So
Let me
It's
go
like-
ahead, okay?
crits
Yeah,
are no
this place
joke
is
in
no
the system,
joke.
right?
Yeah, this is no joke of a place.
When you said I'm down, I was like, really? That's intense. Yeah, because you have 33 max and it did 34, right?
yep. And
I don't think we've had an easy fight
hit
yet.
you just hit the crit AC.
Yeah, it was just the bare minimum. Yeah.
Have we had an
Um,
easy fight? I don't think so.
I don't know. Depends what you consider easy. But I
Either
think
running or
at
somebody
the end of
knocked
this
out.
fight, as you guys recoup yourselves, patch yourselves back up, and start heading back down, this is a good time for us to go to our break. It's about halfway. So before we go on our break, I just wanted to just a reminder: we currently have our sight set on 100 followers here on Twitch.tv/DMSteve, and our reward is going to be a one-shot populated by any of our fans that want to play in it. Set an Otari that can influence this campaign. So make sure to go follow us on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube as well. I'm not sure if it's going to be a combined goal yet. We're still working out the details, but help us on both, guys. Secondly, don't forget Halharmony Rick. He's streaming right now as well on Hallowed RPG, twitch.tv/Hallowed RPG. So go help him, follow him, make sure he gets his follower goal as well. He isn't too far off, so if you're on this channel, just go over there and help him out. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. And one last friendly reminder, send us your free Twitch Prime subscription if you haven't already. Just link your Twitch account to your Amazon Prime account, and then click subscribe under my name here on twitch.tv/DMSteve. For us, we'll be back in about 10 minutes. So it's 8:22. We'll be back at 8:32, guys, to close out the rest of the night and see what other horrible creatures exist down here in the Abomination Vault Library. So we'll see you guys very soon. Welcome back to the Abomination Vault. Hope you enjoyed your break. So, you guys managed to defeat the Miststalker. Just a little bit of troubles, like Mukta might just have a few tentacle like burns on him. But otherwise, you've licked your wounds, and you've made your way back down into the library. Let's see. I guess Borbo probably has been awake for this whole combat situation, right? Because he's
Borbo.
he's like tied to your thing, and he's just been screaming like the whole time as he goes flung around and about. But he definitely says now, like in that hour like that passed since that happened, he's definitely kind of like, I don't remember that being down there. This was a very nice, quiet library last time I was here. And then he kind of gives you the lay of the land. So he says, like, from that staircase you went down, if you turn left and go east towards that doorway, that leads to the actual main library chambers where the librarians would tend to the books and keep all the research material. And then if you go the other way towards the, make a right and go west, that leads to a lot of the reading rooms and where guests could like be seated comfortably and have books brought to them and sort of lounge and enjoy the reading in the more comfort. So the books are stored in the library to the east, but the reading rooms are to the west.
But did you want to check out the reading room where you killed that thing? No?
Hey,
Okay.
Hey,
I-
don't forget too. We want to grab books. 5
Want to
gold for
take a
each
look?
book.
I mean, in the library, there's probably a bunch of them.
Yeah,
Mm.
you step this way just to check, Hal, and like this doesn't look like an actual reading room. It's just it almost just looks like a small three-way intersection, and like Borbo just kind of says this is where they would post guards to make sure that the people that were reading were safe or whatever. But yeah, he says if you go north, that will lead you back up to Master's workshop, where he would do some of his experiments and drill into things' heads. And then if you go south of here, that's where he says it'll lead you to the reading rooms.
So, do you want to go? Okay, Mukta. Maybe you not go in the front. Maybe Nulara should go in the front. Just tell me where you want me to put the lights, Nulara.
Should we head to the library? I think I mean, that's what we're here for, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
we can-
Can I check for traps?
Yeah,
Set that
give me a
free.
perception check. Make it a
My
secret.
gosh, why do I keep lag here?
I don't know. Make sure you make it a secret perception check as well.
I have no idea what I rolled.
Yep. So you give the door a once over. This door actually, because a lot upstairs, right? You guys have seen a lot of doors in this place, and they're always in like terrible disrepair, falling apart, barely being held together. Like some of them, you feel like you could just put a little muscle in it and it would collapse. This door looks very much more well maintained than before, and it's not trapped. It's just a normal door.
Okay, I'm gonna open it. Borbo, this is towards the library, you said?
Yeah, he says the library should just be on the other side of this door.
Oh, everyone backed out. How dare you guys? Okay then.
Dangerous place down here.
I'm gonna defend.
Okay.
Okay. Open the door.
Okay. So here's what you see. The door
Yep.
opens. There's dark. You have dark vision, so you can see like everywhere, right? So you can see the layout. But the main thing is, hundreds of stone shells are carved into the walls of this 15-foot wide hallway. While there are many gaps in the collection, there's a staggering number of books, scrolls, and folios crammed into their shelves. Signs hang above several doors off of this hall. And to the south, you can see, sorry, I closed the door. You can't really see it from here, but if you stick your head in a little bit, you can see to the south, there's like this large curtain kind of drawn across the hallway with a bit of like a pale glow of blue light coming from under it. And as you open the door and like the lights kind of stream into the room, you see like tending to these books, like on one of these shelves, is this blue-robed humanoid creature. Like it looks like a human. It's got large blue flowing robes, and let me see. Yeah, and you almost look at it, and they're like literally just look like they're holding books and putting them on the shelf. And as the door opens and the light streams in, the head turns just a little bit, and beneath the hood, you just see like a horrendous, undead, ghoulish face staring back at you. And it puts a finger to its mouth, and its long tongue flickers out as it says, "Shh," and then drops the books in like a loud thing and does this kind of like screeching sort of noise. And you hear the echoes of more screeching coming from the north side of the room as these things are whipped into a frenzy. And I need you guys all to roll initiative.
Close the door.
Hold the door.
Yeah.
Now, my default exploring activity is avoiding notice.
Yeah.
So would I have been okay?
Absolutely. You're definitely
I
exploring.
had my shield up. By the way.
Laura had her shield up. Hal is sustaining the light, and Clovis is still like looking for any kind of clues in investigation. You guys haven't gotten too far, so you haven't noticed anything quite yet. So I like how this school is the conscientious school.
Oh, So close to being good.
Hal, you're the only one not on initiative that I see.
Initiative already?
Yes.
Sheesh.
There's the ghost of the library.
Oh, I forgot to add myself.
Oh, okay.
Burnt, burnt.
Oh wow, a conscientious goal.
Yeah, it's a conscientious goal. That's why I told you to shush.
Yeah.
So you got a 13.
Yeah.
Yep.
13. Okay. So, Clovis, you can't really see much what's going on, but you hear the high-pitched, like, guttural sound of an undead creature telling Nulara to shush, and you can tell, like, in that hallway, they're starting to whip into a frenzy. There's multiple voices echoing.
I think if we can funnel them in here, we stand a chance among.
Yeah,
like,
I think I
against the
will
pack.
hold my action. Or delay it, sorry.
You can delay your turn.
Yep. Finally get a good roll. Yeah, I'm not going to walk in there and have no clue what's going on yet, so.
Could move back. As
Okay.
Nara suggested.
True. Well, I'm delaying, right? So I can't do anything.
Yeah, so you just let me know when you want to take your turn after someone else's.
Okay.
All right, Nulara.
Okay. So seeing the creature, could Nalara figure out that the same type of damage against like those the corpse lights that we fought before would also apply to these?
If you want to make a
Creatures?
recall knowledge check to see what you know, we can. Otherwise, you're going to have to infer it yourself, what you think, based on the situation.
Let's do a recall knowledge.
Okay. For this one, it's going to be a religion.
Oh, religion? Okay. Then secret roll.
Unless you have some sort of undead lore, graveyard lore, or something like that that might apply, you could do one of those.
I am a servant of Pharasma. Would that count?
Unless you have the actual lore skill, then no, it'd just
Okay.
be a religion check.
That's fair. I have mining.
Like
Oh.
the way it works is you can do a check based on like one of the four major like arcana, nature, religion, occult, depending on the creature type. But if you have lore, like if you had undead lore or like maybe graveyard lore or something more specific, it makes it even easier for you. But yeah, with that check,
I did another blind one. So.
yeah, it's fine. I'll just take the first one you rolled, which is 17. So that is a success on this because they're pretty easy. These are just ghouls. They do not. They're not like animated bones. They're not mindless creatures like the undeads and zombies you fought before. These are like fully functional creatures with like full autonomy and stuff. And they do not seem to share the same weaknesses or resistances that zombies and skeletons would.
Okay, got it. And then to ready an action, I have to spend 2 actions, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so I'm going to ready an attack when they get in my melee range.
Okay. You just get that weapon up and cock it back like you're ready to go.
Yes.
And you
sir.
got, is it your trident?
The trident, yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, and does that mean because I defended for my exploration activity, right? So
Right,
does
so
this
it
mean-
drops at the start of your turn, so your shield
Got
would be
it.
lowered.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's
So,
the end of my turn.
yep, this conscientious ghoul steps forward and it's like kind of growling, and it speaks at you in it stops right here and it sees you like readying an attack, and it kind of stops right there and looks at you, and it speaks to you in Undercommon. I don't know if you speak Undercommon or not, but those of you who do speak
No.
Undercommon, which is
Hal and
Luta?
Me
Mocha.
and
Hal?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. They say, "Are you here to donate flesh for the canker?" With its head kind of cocked sideways a bit. And it just stands there and waits. And then... Sorry, go ahead.
Will I be able to relay that message? Just
You can relay it, yeah, that's fine. And you see, like, as this is kind of happening, like, Nulara, like, towards the north a bit, you start hearing more, like, footsteps coming down the hallway. as more and more of these creatures seem to be kind of coming to see what's going on. And they're all seemingly saying the same thing, which is, are they here to donate flesh to the canker? And they're all like inquisitive, like staring at you. And as it stares at you, Nulara, even though you can't quite understand the words that they're saying, you can read the intent and the look of this creature as it's like licking its lips and just like staring at you hungrily. And that's the end of
I'm
its
pretty
turn.
gamey, friend.
Gross.
Mukta.
I'll reply back in another comment. Oh, sorry, wrong door. We're here for the kobolds. I will. Well, I mean,
since Borbo's on you, Nulara, I'm just in your turn. I'm just gonna say, as he sees this unfold, he's just like, I promise this isn't how I remember the librarians looking.
That's all right. A lot of things change in 200 years.
Okay, so now go ahead.
would I be able to do the same thing? Hide behind Nulara?
Yeah, we're still in the same hallway, so
Yep.
you just Nulara's like taking up the whole like doorway, so you just like use that to stay hidden. Sure.
All right, that will be my first action.
I mean, you started hidden, right? Because you were doing you're coming into this. You were not avoiding notice, so you're already taking the stealth action coming into it.
I am probably assuming that it sees me.
It does not.
Ah,
Ooh,
I
they're
will.
pretty dumb.
That's flat-footed,
It is flat-footed.
and I will take a shot at it. I'm
Okay.
assuming it has the same cover, so flat-footed, but +1 cover.
Yep, that's right.
So first attack.
A 19, flat-footed, and the thing that
Hits?
it hit, yeah.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, you're like, wait, this isn't supposed to hit. All right, 6 points of damage to this thing as like he's licking his lips, staring. The arrow flies over your shoulder and pierces it, and it sinks it right into its flesh, and it just like looks down, and cries in pain, and starts getting extra angry now.
Third action. What are we doing? Are we holding here, or are we going back?
We have to get through them to get to the library. Are
I
they
mean-
a threat?
They're
But
basically
I-
in the library.
But I mean, are we like pulling them back further, or are
Oh.
we gonna hold here in our positions?
I thought they'd come in here, but I guess they're waiting for us to come out.
We'll
We
wait.
get in good position. Yeah, let's wait it out. Let's see. what's
I
going on.
will hide for my third action.
Okay. I mean, here's the thing, right?
Nice.
Technically, you didn't have to hide for your first action because you were already hidden, because you started combat stealth because of your thing. So your first action was just to attack. And
Okay.
you still got 2 actions. So if you want to hide, that's fine. But you still would have a third action as well if you'd like to do something.
I will hide and then attack again.
Okay. Make the stealth roll, and then make the attack with the penalty. Yeah,
Ooh,
that's
so
gonna do
close
it.
to a natural 20.
I know.
It's okay. It's still enough to hide. And then your second attack will be at -5, so that's a 22, even with the -5, which flat-footed takes this thing to 14 and a 15. Not a crit, but it is a hit.
All right.
Ooh, that's pretty
Nice.
good. So the second arrow lashes out, pierces into it. It like kind of gets weak. It goes down to one knee. It's definitely beyond bloodied, but it stays up.
Sorry, no flesh here, friend. I'll say another comment and that'll be my turn.
Okay. All right, Hal.
I'm going to sustain the lights.
Okay.
Then I will do lingering composition with inspire courage.
Okay. Go ahead and make that performance check. DC is still 18.
I
Man.
cannot play this thing for sheesh.
You are not having good luck in your performance tonight.
Just keep practicing. Practice makes
Yeah,
perfect.
it's a new
Calamity.
instrument. You're good, Hal.
You'll
You're
get it.
alright.
It's still
I would
last
like
one
to use
round.
a
It doesn't
hero
consume
point.
a focus point. Oh, do you want to?
Yes.
Okay, let's use it. Come on, I believe in you. That's a success.
Woo!
So the composition lasts 3 rounds. I know that one where we dragged it. I'm going to try something else. Instead of toggling on that thing that didn't work, go ahead and turn that off. I'm going to drag this spell effect to you guys and see if I add this manual one, if this works. But I think this one will work. Okay. And that was, you still got one more action, right? Is that right, Hal? One more action?
Yes. Sustain. One more action. I think I'll cast shield.
Okay.
Yep, shield.
Shield goes up, just in case. All right. Top of the round, Clovis.
All right.
It seemed like these
I
things were
am-
satiated and curious at first, asking questions, and then when you responded with arrows in its chest, it's gotten an answer it was asking for. So
It's
they're
gonna
definitely
eat us.
turning a bit hostile here.
All right. I am gonna cast Ray of Frost.
Almost a natural 20.
Nice.
That is a
23.
hit. Nine points of
9 points.
cold damage, lashes out, slams into this thing, and kills it.
Oh, nice.
Yeet.
It drops dead.
All right. And my last action, I am going to step into the hallway.
Okay, so you just step back into the hallway.
Yep.
Yeah, technically it'd be one more too because of the Inspire Courage, but either way, it was dead.
So
Okay.
the Inspire Courage didn't work.
It does, but it never worked on spell attacks because they haven't overhauled the spell attack system yet. But it should
Oh,
work
that's
on
right.
weapon
Okay. Gotta
attacks.
remember that.
Yeah.
So it's
They're
plus
working
1
on it.
on. Okay.
All damage rolls. Yeah. Okay, new Lara.
Okay, first action, I'm gonna raise my shield.
Okay.
And then... And... Let's see here. It's a little weird. Okay. I'm gonna peek out.
Mhm.
Oh, man.
Just go and peek out a little bit, and I'll let you just like lean your head forward. You can see there's like three more of these librarian type creatures that look
Ha.
really angry.
Okay. Should I wait for them here, or...
Yeah. See if you can't draw them into the hallway.
Yeah, yell at them,
'em off
give
one by
them the
one.
eyeball, and then move back by Mukta.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna yell out. Well, they don't understand me. Never mind. But I'm gonna try and do intimidating glare for one of them. This dude
Yeah.
right here. Okay.
Yeah, go for it. It doesn't need to understand you because you got that feat.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. My thing is lagging still. Don't know why. Oh my god. Where is it? Oh, here. Intimidation.
And this is against its willpower. Yeah, you frighten it.
17. Okay.
So
Awesome.
it gets the
Nice,
frightened
nice.
one condition.
Yes, for a round, I believe. Yeah. And then I am gonna. Was it an action for me to like step out and look at them?
No, I'll just
Oh, I
allow you
did
to like
do.
peek your head around the corner. It's hard
Okay.
because they're doing like 5-foot squares, but I assume you're positioned in the door enough that you can see out. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. So I still have my third action. My shield is raised, so I'm just gonna step in and wait for them here.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay. So they have, let's see, 30 feet movement. So this one here, uses one action to like rush. Oops, I paused it. Uses one action to rush at you. This is
Okay.
the lighthearted ghoul. And it's got like such anger, like and it's like drooling and it smells terrible. And one action to stride there. The second action is going to be to try to bite you with his jaws. So let's see if it works. That is a 14, which misses.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
assuming, right?
Yes.
And then with its third action, it is going to step down a bit out of your way. It uses a step to step down. Because as he strikes you, and then like looks like he's gonna come in for another strike and steps to the side. The second one steps up here, and this is the one that has the frightened condition. And he looks, you can tell like in his eyes he's a little scared of you. I don't think frightened just gives him like minus to stuff, right? It doesn't prevent him from getting closer. Okay.
Yeah.
So he does, as the second one moves out of the way, he uses that to pounce, and he's gonna attack you with his strike.
Oh, this one was a
23?
natural 20. That hits.
Okay, so this
Blocking
one hits
it
you.
with my
Let me see.
shield.
I think he should have a -1 on this, right? Because of the frightened condition. What does frightened give you?
-1. So it still hits.
Why did it
my
not-
AC is 22.
Yeah, why did it not apply that though? That's the weird part. All of your you take a status penalty which is all your checks and DCs. Attack is an attack roll not a check? Seems like it should be. Either way, it hits, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's going to deal.
I'm
7?
blocking it with my shield.
Okay. Yep,
I
7
only get
piercing
2.
damage. So 2 gets through. I need you to make
And
a.
he gets pushed back.
Oh, you're gonna like get the shield like get off me.
Yeah, because
Okay.
of aggressive block.
Okay, so aggressive block push. It's either he gets flat-footed or he can be pushed back. His choice.
Yeah,
right?
it's up to you. Yeah, it's
Okay,
up to you.
he'll take. You try to push him back. He'll take the push back like off you. You shove him off, and then you feel like where he bit you. You feel like a bit of pain. So I need you to do 2 things. First of all, I need you to make a fortitude saving throw.
Okay. Oh my god, I'm gonna turn into a vampire. 13.
Okay, so you push him back, and then you feel like where he bit you, your muscles start going really rigid, and then you are now paralyzed.
What?
So at the end of each of your turns, you can try to break the paralysis.
Okay.
Let's see.
With a fortitude, right?
Yes. Where is it? Paralyzed. There it is. Okay. So you're now paralyzed. Also, can you make another fortitude saving throw for me?
Mm-hmm.
For no apparent reason.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no reason.
Okay, the second one you critically succeed, so you're good. You could feel
Or
like
whatever that
that was, you succeeded, so good enough.
Something not good.
Uh-huh.
And then so he'll stay there because he's not going to come back in. But as you become paralyzed, this other one has his movement, so he can move 30 feet in here, and you're paralyzed, which is making him happy. So he is going to attack you with his jaws.
Mm-hmm.
What's your current when you're
just
paralyzed?
Hits.
Yeah, it's just enough to hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're gonna
You
take
can't double paralyze.
no. 5 more piercing damage
Okay.
and another fortitude saving throw.
Okay. When it loads, give me 1 second.
Sure. And then since he has nothing else with his second attack, he's going to try to claw at you. Let me target you so I calculate this right. Okay, 15.
15.
That's just what you needed.
I save. Yeah. Huh?
All right. And with his claw attack, even paralyzed, even though your paralysis moves slowly, you critically misses with his third attack, or second attack, his third action, and that's the end of the ghoul's turns. Mukta.
Huh. Guess what I'm going to do?
Yes, go. Hide behind.
Get knocked the fuck out.
The other thing that I do,
Oh, kill him. Kill him.
Hide,
I'll
in the-
hide behind.
hide behind the statue that is Nulara. Yeah.
This is perfect. I have my shield up,
Yep,
so I'm
you-
And
covering the door.
which one is more damaged?
I don't think any of them are damaged.
Oh,
Yeah, none
alright
yet.
then I will attack.
Sure.
The first one, obviously.
Oh, that's a critical miss.
Oh, that's pretty good. Glass breaks and everything.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, and I already used my hero point.
Quick, someone spend 1,000 channel points.
I guess I will just use my third action to hide again.
Okay. Go ahead.
So that way I get 2 attacks next round. Possibly.
You get a hero point, Richard.
Oh, Nina did just so. Nina in chat has redeemed 1,000 channel points to give Mukta a hero point and allow him to re-roll this attack.
Whoa.
I will use it.
Then
Yes.
take it.
Do it.
Go
Come on.
for it. You got this. I believe in you because I'm gonna die here.
Come on. We're going to roll a
Alright.
20 right now. Come on.
It's not an actual
Ooh.
20, but it is a critical hit.
Yes.
Ooh,
Good
nice.
shit. Good shit.
Take that.
Alright.
16 minus 2 plus 1.
Wow, and I rolled 1 and a 2 on my
Yeah.
damage
All
die.
right.
Still
That's good
15.
damage. That's good damage.
It's a lot of damage. It hurt it. It did not kill it, but it hurt it quite a bit.
Third action, I will, why not, go for broke, shoot again.
Okay.
Go for it.
Alright.
That's a hit. Oh, wait.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a miss.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Because
With
it
the
got
cover?
a +1 with the cover from Nulara. It's a miss.
Alright.
No,
Did
wait,
it
wait.
inspire courage?
Yeah, did your Inspire Courage didn't apply? Did
it
your
didn't.
gain potency rune?
No, it did
Is
not.
Inspire Courage attack rolls and damage rolls, Hal?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that
So
hits.
so that would have been 17 then damage.
Nice.
It would
I
have been
mean,
17 earlier.
16 damage.
damage. Yeah.
16 damage earlier.
Nice.
Got it. So one more damage. It's still up,
Ooh.
but this one hits.
Wait, and then this one hits. 3 damage.
Yes.
It has 1 hit point.
Oh, my god.
It's just
Blow on
barely,
him. Blow
up.
on him.
Time for an acid
Alright.
splash.
Alright, Hal. It's all up to you now, buddy.
Yep. Hal.
You can do
All
it.
right. I will use sustain on the lights, and then I will cast electric.
You don't.
Arc.
You don't. Oh, nice.
Hmm,
Yeah, you don't have. You
on-
don't have the Inspire Courage effect on your token for some reason. I don't know why. I thought I added it to you earlier, but
You
that's why
did.
it went-
Maybe it went away after one round.
It just went away after 1 round, but like it shouldn't have, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of the downside of it. Okay. Either way. Yeah. So lightning arc, is that what it's called?
Electric arc.
Electric arc. So up to 2 targets. They make reflex saves.
There's
Yep.
one that's feared too, by the way. So he's
Yeah.
-1 on. A couple.
Yeah. It would have gone away at the end of his turn, though, right? You said it lasts until the end of his turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Let me make sure.
So first one, the one that's like really hurt, makes a reflex save and fails, so it takes the full damage. And you want to do the one right behind it,
Yes. Yes.
Okay. and that one will also do a reflex save
Oh, Steve, it's at the end of my turn.
at the end of your turn. Okay, so he would.
Yeah. So
even
he
have
still
it.
has it.
He does still have it. Awesome. That makes more sense that it would be till the end of your turn. Okay, so the one in the front takes the 9 damage and dies. And the one in the back takes the 9 damage. Doesn't die, but like gets zapped quite a bit.
That is everything. Clovis kills him.
So electric arc can sustain the lights. Is that what it was?
That is correct. Yep.
Perfect. All right, top of the round, Clovis.
Okay, so I'm gonna step
2
back
damage.
into the hallway
Okay.
and I will shoot my acid splash at this guy.
Okay.
Woo.
26.
26. Because he's feared, it's actually a critical hit. Because his AC goes
Nice.
down by 1. And with the cover, yeah.
So I'm reading. Sorry, guys. So I'm reading the conditions
Uh-huh.
on the. It says the frightened condition always includes a value, unless
Yep.
specified otherwise at the end of each of your turns. So I don't know if it's the turn of the person
Ooh,
affected
yeah.
or the person.
For now, I'm rolling. It's still feared until the end of your turn, so that's fine.
Okay,
But we'll figure out the
okay.
exact ruling later. So yeah, go ahead and roll the
Okay.
damage on that, Clovis. That's a
Let's
critical hit.
go, Clovis.
So can you put the actual spell like in chat so I can see what it does?
Yeah, I put it on Discord, but I will.
If it's
Oh no, sorry.
that one.
Yeah, that's what. So
Yeah, so if it's a critical hit, then it's got
It
plus 2
takes
persistent
persistent.
damage.
okay, so he's gonna take the full damage from acid splash, which is 6, and then he's got persistent damage now. Persistent 1 acid damage, right?
2.
Persistent.
Third level, right? So it's increased to 2.
No. You're only it's the 2nd level spell right now. You're 3rd level, but it's still.
Oh,
a
that's
2nd
right.
level
That's right.
spell.
Sorry. Yep.
Yeah. So.
I keep confusing myself on that one.
Damage for Inspire Courage on mine and Clovis's.
That's a good
Oh,
point.
that's right. Plus
1
1.
more damage
Thanks, Rick.
Forgetting.
for both of yours. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so that means so 2 damage. So he's still up, but he's down really low, and he's currently burning with acid. And that was all 3 actions, right?
That's all 3 of my actions. So
All right, Nulara, you are currently paralyzed as this like the bite mark is just spreading over your body.
I'm gonna go and
at
fight
the-
this thing. So a fortitude save, right?
Yeah, at the end of your turn, you can do a new save. So
Okay.
the DC is still 15 to break out of it. Yep, you shrug off the
22?
effects. You're no longer paralyzed.
Then I'm gonna look at it and say, that's the end of my turn, right?
That is the end of your turn. Yeah, because you spent the whole turn doing that. So
Mm-hmm.
this one here that like is like burning with acid, like looks up at you, and you can see now under the robe he like reaches down for something and he pulls it up, and you can see he's got a necklace that just has a lump of like rotting flesh on it, and he like basically takes the chunk of flesh
Ew.
off the necklace and shoves it in his mouth and begins eating it.
Ew.
So he's gonna use the consume flesh ability to recover 1d6 hit points.
Wow.
So he gets 5 back. Okay. And then, for his 2nd and 3rd action, he's going to try to like rub the poison out of his eyes and his face with the DC 15, right? Flat check to see if he can end the persistent damage effect, which he cannot. And at the end of his turn, he takes 1 persistent damage from the acid burning him. And then this one pops out from around the corner, Nulara.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, what he does, he like comes around, and you watch as he like tries to do like a tumble through to get past you at everyone behind you. So he's got to make an acrobatics check against your reflex. Is that right for tumble through? I know you use it a lot, Mukta.
I've actually only used it once.
Well,
For
you're an
that really
acrobat, so
badass.
it's built into your.
Yes.
So let me see. So it's called tumble through, right? Is that what it's called?
You stride up to your speed. During this movement, you can try to move through the space of one enemy. Attempt an acrobatics check against the enemy's reflex DC.
Okay.
As soon as you try to enter its space, you can tumble through using climb, fly, or swim.
What's your reflex, Nulara?
And then you treat it as difficult
18.
terrain.
So it rolled a 19 versus your 18, which is just enough.
But I have attack of opportunity.
You do. So what does that attack of opportunity read?
Okay, I'm gonna paste it on the chat.
Yep. If it uses like a move action.
Yeah, move action, makes a range attack, or leaves a square during a move action.
Yeah, I think it's reasonable because it's like it used a move action before it was in your reach, but it's moving through you, and he was kind of at a catty corner angle to you. So I think as he tumbles through you, he does leave himself open to an attack of opportunity if you'd like to take it.
Yes, please. So with my trident.
Plus, as he tumbles through you, he ends up. I guess it would be right as he tumbles through you, but
yeah, I miss.
Yes, you do. Well,
it's okay.
You do, yeah, you do. So he tumbles through you, you miss, and then Mukta, he's like right up on you, and with his second action, he's going to do a jaw strike on to Mukta. That's a 28.
Not a crit.
It's not a crit.
Okay, that's good. So, you take from this jaw strike 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And I need you to make 2 fortitude saving throws.
2 fortitude saving.
The first one will be for the paralysis.
Yes,
so
nice.
Shrug it off, you do not get paralyzed. You feel the same effect, and your muscles start to tense up, but you like flex it out. Alright, and then the second one for the unknown effect. Success, you shrug them both off. Good job. And then with its third action, it'll take the penalized attack against you. 21?
Just hits.
Okay, so you take 4 points of slashing damage as it slashes into you, and then you need to make another fortitude saving throw.
Oh, this.
So this time, you as the claws rake across you, you feel the muscles tense, and it starts spreading from the wound, and you are now paralyzed.
Perfect, just before my turn.
Just before your turn, yeah. Paralyzed. Okay. And that's all of their turns. Mukta, you are paralyzed during your turn. So if you could make a fortitude saving throw at the end of your turn to shrug it off. Unless there's some other way to shrug it off that I'm not sure about. Yeah, you shrug it off, so it only lasts a few seconds, but enough to cost you your turn.
Wonderful.
No longer paralyzed. Hal.
Okay. I'll sustain still. And I guess I'll hit it with an electric arc.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you hit both of them with the electric arc?
It says, I don't know.
Yeah, as long as they're both within range and they're both within 30 feet. So
I'd have to look up the more detailed description.
Yeah, but I think you can.
19 reflex.
Oh, that's right. So reflex for this guy. That's a fail. Reflex for this guy is a critical fail. So full damage to one and double damage to the other. So 7 damage to... Actually, 8 damage to this guy. Right? Because your ability. And the one in the back is going to take 16 damage. Which is enough to fry the one in the back. The one that was still like acid in its eyes, that was chewing on rotten flesh, is zapped, and he like convulses and he falls over roasted, and he is now out of the fight, leaving just one.
That's my turn.
Okay, Clovis.
Okay, I'm going to shoot my acid on this guy here.
Okay. That's a critical success, right?
Oh, nice.
Wait, no, it's a critical success against the dancing lights.
Oh.
Oh.
It is a hit though.
Oh. I targeted that sucker.
I think because there's a light on the same square. Yeah.
Sorry,
go ahead.
Mukta, I was those lights are in your eye.
Yeah, the dancing lights.
See why you
gotta
hit it
figure out-
earlier.
Yeah. But anyways, it is a hit. So go and roll damage. So 4 points
Plus
of damage.
1, right?
Yep. Okay. It looks bloodied.
And then I will step back into the hallway, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. Hal. Nope. Nulara. Wait.
Pissed off
Yeah, Nulara.
because they've been paralyzing me. I'm gonna hit it with a power attack using
It
my
is
trident.
It is
is
flat-footed.
Flat-footed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because we are flanking. Doesn't happen very often, but 23
23
is a hit.
Okay. Power
I mean,
attack.
I'm pretty sure it's gone.
19.
Yes.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. So describe what
shit
it
out
looks
of that
like when
thing.
you finish off this creature.
I am just going to pierce it like a fork piercing a hot dog and then swing it over my head until it plops down behind me. 'Cause I'm just
Perfect.
so frustrated about what they did.
Yep. So no problem. You guys defeat the ghoul librarians of some sort. And you all earn yourselves 80 experience.
Ooh.
So we're gonna come out
Is
of
that
this
right?
library level 4.
Yeah, 80 experience.
170 now? No. 160.
Not bad. And so you catch your breath and you turn your trident and you look just to see if maybe something else is coming out of the shadows, but again, it feels eerily quiet down here. Definitely some noise from the south, like behind those curtains, but it doesn't appear that whatever you've done has at least drawn enough attention for anyone to come looking.
Where was the sound coming from?
If you look south, there's like these curtains down here.
Oh, I see, I see.
So there's these curtains that are pulled across this hallway, and then there's a bit of blue light streaming in from underneath.
Is that where the library is, Borbo?
He like looks around and he says, "No, this is the library." And you look up and you can see the floor to ceiling on every wall in this hallway is like shelves and shelves filled with books and scrolls and stuff. Like you're in the library right now.
Wow, Morlibin would love this.
That is true. Picking over like the bodies of these things, other than their robes, the only thing they have possibly of interest are the 3 that didn't eat them all have a necklace with a chunk of flesh still attached to it. The other one ate the flesh already.
Does anyone want a piece of flesh that you can eat?
I know, you have your appetites, Nulara, but you can keep.
No, thank you.
But yeah, looking at the books, right? This is exactly like what More of the Event was talking about. Like you guys know somewhere in one of your packs you have a long printout list of all the books he's looking for, and you are now looking at like the shelves and long rows of this library. And if you want to take some time, you could sit here and peruse all these titles to see if you can find the ones that match. Also, now that you have a chance to like step in without like worrying about things attacking you right away, you can see now these signs that are posted all over the room are written in Undercommon. So that means like Hal and Mukta could make sense of them. So there's a sign kind of near these curtains that basically says reading room in Undercommon. And then each of these doors, they all have their own little sign like posted over them. So like this one right here next to Mushi, that one reads repair storage. The one right here next to Mukta reads safety.
Is there anything
then-
about like the lenses or Belcora?
See,
Like, maybe
the
it's
one-
private reading.
The one here just reads workroom. So if you like peruse around, you see like repair storage, workroom, reading room, safety, personal quarters, scrivener's office, and then there's the only one that seems promising as a lead that you can see from right here is way up here on the north side. There's this door here, and the sign here reads Belcora's office.
I don't
mean-
understand what this is.
Right.
Well, I mean, perhaps we should check the repair room first over here and take a look, and maybe we find some books in here. Let me see.
Yeah, so you open that door, it opens fine. Shelves on the wall here contain iron sorting racks, jars, and all manner of bookbinding tools.
Mukta, is there anything in here as you want? Not interested?
I'm not really interested in making books, but I mean, give them, you know, besides anything else you can say about these people, they're surprisingly well organized. Quite nice
they
of
are.
them to
Everything's
label
well
everything.
labeled.
Okay, I was just wondering, maybe there was something in here that could help you fix things, like you did with that ballista upstairs.
Do any of the tools look like they might help in crafting anything other than books?
All right, so you step in and like look around. It looks like all of the materials here are definitely based around upkeep of books, but you do find folded away like in an like old book, like something that was supposed to be bound but never got around to it. There's 2 scrolls just sitting on the top of the bookbinding shelf.
Ooh.
No tools I can really use, but here, I think you might find these interesting.
I didn't make a treasure thing for this, but I'm gonna put the scrolls on your trade character sheets because the 2
TC.
scrolls, one is a scroll of mending
Oh.
and one is a scroll of hyper. Well, let me just see. Do you guys know this spell? It's a divination spell. Don't know. I'm gonna unidentified. The second scroll is something you guys don't quite recognize at a glance, at least. But you come out with 2 scrolls of some sort.
I wonder if there'd be boons at this safety door.
Yeah, you want to take a look and open the safety door?
I'm going to go over first and say, look, if we get to a closed door, let me go first. Once it's
Oh.
opened, then you can take first.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
I
you're
will.
like constantly looking for traps.
I
and
say
so far you haven't
something.
seen any. Yeah, so Mukta takes a look at the door. The door doesn't look trapped. You open it. You can go inside Nulara. Several buckets of sand and a number of large barrels crowd this cramped storeroom. A simple wooden case with a closed lid is attached to the back of the door. And if you look, it looks like a bucket that only has mildew left, but it's very obviously a like a firefighting room of some sort.
Oh. Hey, they passed inspection.
You take a you want to take a peer and look at there's like a case, like on the back of the door, there's almost like a little like backpack hanging right on the other side of the door, like a case that's built into the door with a lid that's
Yeah.
closed. If you want to open it, you could take a peek inside.
Are there any traps in here, Mukta?
I pop my head in it real quick.
Give me an active perception check. Your passive one didn't detect anything.
Okay.
Nope, totally clear.
Nope, you're good.
All right, I am gonna grab it.
Okay. Yeah, you pull out a wand of some sort.
Oh. Another one.
You know. Efficient labeling, office safety.
I know.
I'm impressed.
There is a lot of stuff in here.
Very impressive.
Yeah, so this is so once you see this wand, Clovis, you immediately recognize the magic that's contained within. This is a wand of quench. So it's a spell called quench that can create water.
That's a nice creative one.
It fits the
there.
firefighting theme.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean
Okay.
to open that.
So, you guys are poking
Besides
around.
thirst, would that also help put out like a fire if need be?
It could.
Okay.
You can look up the quench spell or like pull a spell effect up. I put it on the trade character sheet.
Okay.
I'll put the spell in chat, but like you cast. Oh, so it's the quench spell. So in that thing it says quench, and you can open up the spell. But like, you cause air to be super saturated with water. Fire creatures take 48 damage, and then you can counteract like a magical fire spell, or fire item in the effect, including like a flaming longsword or something like that. And you can sustain the spell to move it around. So yeah, it basically is a firefighting spell for sure. So Hal, while everyone's like picking through these rooms and looking for like these sort of treasures, what is Hal and Clovis doing? Like Nulara and Mukta have kind of gone through a couple of rooms.
Detect magic.
Detect magic. I mean, you're definitely picking up some pings of magic, and your people are finding magical items, so it makes sense. But you are definitely getting pings of magic as you move around, for sure. Let's see. As you move to the north side of the room, you lose a bit of that sense of like detect magic. So it seems like whatever magicalness is here seems to be coming from the south end of the room, and the closer you get to the curtain, for sure.
There is magic down that way, past the curtain. What's in this door? Oh, it's locked. Mukta, open this door.
And Clovis, what were you doing? You're like right now. It looks like you're just staring at all the books on the shelf, like in awe.
Yeah, I'm gonna investigate. Let's see. I'm looking for any
you're cross-referencing
secret doors, but
okay.
I also want to be looking for the books if we're in the library. The list of books that were.
Well, you can pick one or the other. You can either be using. Your
Okay, I'm looking for the books.
Okay, so give me a perception check.
Perception.
Okay. So there's a lot of books in
my
here.
eye. God
no, I mean the main issue is not so much something in your eye, but like there are like probably hundreds upon hundreds of books in here, and like cross-referencing the ones that Morley been interested in with all the books that are on the shelf is you're not coming up. There's not a single match on your list that you're finding as you spend a bit of time searching around. But you've only covered a small section of the whole room, so there could be more.
Yep. Yeah, I'll keep looking.
Okay. So yeah, so how you find like there is a locked door over here.
I can't open that. I could try to sing it open, but I don't think it's going to work.
Which door was that, Hal? Right here?
Yes.
Yes, that one.
I will give it a once over.
Yep. Give me a perception. Well, yeah, it definitely does not appear to be trapped. Your passive, your active perception, nothing has triggered any sort of trap. Just a very simple lock.
I will pick that lock.
Yeah, go ahead and roll the pick. Technically, this is the kind of lock that takes 3 successes to open, but we're not like in the midst of combat, and so go ahead and pick.
All right.
And I think as you're doing the picking of it, yeah, it gives you a bit of a struggle. So you're struggling for a little bit. Pick. It's not giving. But on the other side of the room, you hear almost like a low moaning sound just temporarily with that, especially with that 28 perception, that causes you to stop working for a second. And then just as you hear that noise in the other end, you click it and it unlocks at your touch. Click. So now it's successfully unlocked, but you swear you heard a low moaning noise on the other side.
From the north?
In the door that you're unlocking.
Oh.
And it
Nulara,
clicks open.
I've unlocked the door. There's something on the other side of the door.
Okay, I got you.
I'm going to quietly open the door and step. As I'm opening it, going to step here for Nulara.
Okay. So you open the door.
Avoid
the
Shield up.
Yep,
Shield
go ahead and
up.
open it.
Oh,
So-
what is
so-
this?
Yeah. So 3 work tables line the walls of this room with a single stool near one of the tables. A skeleton wearing a light blue librarian's robe sits in a heap beside the stool. And over here, like hovering like over the workbench table, you see like very obviously a ghostly spirit. There's no legs. It's just this weird ball of energy that looks humanoid in shape that seems to be going through the motions of like, like working at the table. And then as the door kind of opens and the light streams in, she turns and you can see this womanly ghostly face look at you and speak in Undercommon, like, what do you want?
I don't Hal Mukta?
I hear this from the other side of the door. Not poking my head around, I said, "We seem to have lost our library card."
She definitely like make a I guess a deception or an diplomacy check. I mean, I'll let you decide how you want to make that roll.
I think they are equally as shitty.
Sure.
I have my shield raised, by the way, Steve. And then
I'll definitely do deception.
Yeah, you get. Okay, do the deception.
And then my trident on one hand.
Yeah, you definitely are in an aggressive stance in this situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with a 19, that's not bad. What's her will save? Not enough to beat her will save. Or actually, if the deception is her perception, which is not enough to beat her perception. So she definitely doesn't like buy it, right? It's a silly thing. She like there's just like fear, anger, and she doesn't like immediately attack, but you can see like the clothes that she's wearing start floating out. Her like blue kind of pale glow becomes like a pinkish red, and her eyes like narrow as she looks very angrily at you and says, "The books are not for trespassers."
Hal.
Borbo. I show the doll.
Yeah, when you pull the doll, like you like the doll can see, and he's like, "That's her. That's Jarell."
Oh, who? Who's Jarell?
That's the book lady.
That's Jor-El, father of Kal-El?
Well, she looks a little paler than she used to. But I definitely recognize that face.
You're up.
Hal, her
Hal's
name's
walking around
Jarell.
detecting magic. Yeah, you can call Hal over.
Hello.
I'm thinking Jor-El to her.
You see,
Instead of Jolene, Jor-El.
Yeah, you stick your
yeah.
head like looking over Nulara,
Jarell,
Hal, and you can
Jarell.
see this like angry, ghostly librarian type spirit. Like the ghostly image is wearing the robes, the similar blue robes that you saw on all these ghouls, and similar to the decaying robes on the skeletal body on the floor. But they look pristine here, floating on this ghostly image. And she looks very angry and irate, and probably on the verge of becoming hostile.
Well, we don't mean to interrupt you in your work. Perhaps we just close the door and we leave the library once we're done, and we go about our business. You go about your business. What say you? Does that sound like a good idea? Good idea, Lara.
I mean, you basically offer this deal, right? And she's just kind of like, go. But she like raises her hand and just points it at you, like basically telling you, yeah, close the door and get out.
The door.
And like as you kind of like, I mean, assuming, do you guys close the door?
Nulara, close the door.
Okay. As you close the door, like Nulara, like there's a moment of like, there's like a pang in your heart, this feeling that you carry with you all the time. And there's a little hesitation on your part to close this door and seal this spirit to this fate. But you still like, you have that hesitation. There's that conscience that weighs on you all the time that seems to disapprove of this action you're taking.
So I have the door halfway closed, and then I look at Hal and I say, I can't, Hal.
Wait, close the door and let me drink a healing potion first.
I feel that
And we can reopen it.
I sit down. No, I like sheathe back my trident, or I put it in my back,
Okay.
and then I open the door.
Okay. What do you guys do as you watch Nulara like put her weapon away and then reopen the door?
I'm going to hide.
Yeah, of course. So Nulara, you open the door.
Hal,
like,
can you
it-
translate for me while I talk?
Certainly. What
Or
would you
can
like to say?
You can stay outside.
You can count on that.
It's so
Hi,
funny every
Helen.
time you guys like.
Alarming.
Jarell, my name is Nulara. Um, I'm compulsed by my deity to ask how you are.
Like hearing her name like instantly like kind of like puts her at ease a little bit, and as you talk to her you can see like the pinkish reddish glow kind of fade to a slightly more paler blue, and then she stops and like kind of just is kind of talking at you more than to you, and she's just like, so much work to be done, and she turns to like the book bindings and just begins again going through the motions of like binding books on this table. And you can see like everything she's doing, she's touching, she's reaching out for all these tools. She doesn't actually grasp any of them. He's just passed through it, and she's like miming this activity of binding the books.
Jarell, can you understand? Can you understand common?
Yes, I am
Ah.
not an idiot. I've read lots of languages.
I believe that you have. Do you know what year we're in?
No, too busy. And she's like half like she's not even like really talking at you, right? She's doing this thing, she's like looking over her shoulder, and you step in and you can almost watch as she tenses up a bit as you step into her space. But like as you're watching her, you can see she's obviously drawn to these equipment and the tools here.
Are you preparing them for Master Volok?
Yes, so many translations for Volok and the Mistress. And she floats. She looks like she's gonna float right at you, and like there's a moment where your heart skips a beat, and she floats down to this table down here and starts working with like a different set of tools.
Is there anything important in this room that I can glean since I'm inside?
I mean,
Like any leads.
Make an investigation check.
Unlag yourself, computer. You know, I think it's because I have Twitch on.
Maybe.
Perception.
Is everyone else like in the group just like watching this from the hallway with like wide eyes? Like, what the hell is she doing?
Listening.
Mhm.
Well, now that the ghost went down there too, I can see the ghost. I'm like holding my breath for a minute.
Yeah. So the only thing that really stands out in this room, other than obviously all of her tools and stuff spread out on these tables that she's, you know, compulsively drawn to working with, it's very obvious that the body on the floor is her body. Right? She died here in this space for something. And you can see, like, as you look, there's like a small jar, like almost like a vial of something like that's like under her body. That's hard to see from here, but if you were to step a little closer, you might be able to get, you know, a closer look at it.
I'll step closer.
Okay. She seems to ignore you.
Okay.
But she's constantly watching you. You reach down and pull up a vial, and it has like a label on it that's written again in Undercommon.
I throw it to Mukta without her looking.
Okay. So you toss it to Mukta. Mukta, you get the vial and you take a look at it, and in Undercommon you can read one word printed on this label, because again they're very organized here, and it says arsenic.
Oh, she killed herself.
This says arsenic, And then I pocket it.
It's empty. It's like definitely empty at this point. It's actually a little bit bigger than a vial. It's almost like a small jar worth. And whether she drank it all or whether it's evaporated over all the years that it's spilled, it's definitely nothing in it yet anymore. Except for it's a good container to hold stuff in.
I still pocket it.
Yeah, you still pocket it. Stuff
Can
it
I
in that.
slowly try to get her attention and then, like, eventually have her look down at her own body?
Make
Or
a...
is she...
She's still like indifferent to you. You'd have to, in order to get her to do something quite like that. Well, if you want, you're trying to get her to look at her body.
No, I
in
want her
some
to
way.
see her body.
I mean, she's like, just a second ago, she floated right over the top of it. You know, she doesn't seem. You get her attention. You make her like kind of like see the body or whatever. And her eyes like linger for like a second. And then she just kind of goes back. She floats like through you and over her body over to this work table and starts working over here. Just right through you, and you feel the coldness press through you. Why don't you give me a religion check, Nulara?
While doing that, I'll say, Jarrell, you're not meant to be here. You've been
Or a
living in an echo. What the heck? Where were you?
Very nice. So you don't even know necessarily why you know this, whether it's something deep within you, something else that's carrying with you, but the room, you just feel like you suddenly know the answer in your heart as to what's going on here. And you see the shifting shadows in the corner that often accompany you on some of these epiphanies that you have. And in that moment, you realize that this body will never fully be at rest as long as the spirit is tempted by the tools. Whatever it is, this spirit is linked to these tools, these workshop, this table. And so long as they exist in this place, her spirit will never be at rest. But if you were to, for instance, remove all these tools to disconnect the body from the temptation of the tools, it would be enough to allow that spirit to reach its peaceful conclusion and move on non-violently.
I'm thinking of like grabbing the wand of quenching and then just spraying everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I mean, you feel like the spirit is tied, you know, haunts usually tied to very important locations, and this location is very important. This is where her body died. So her spirit is anchored to this room now. And so long as these tools are present in the room, it'll never be at rest. So all you really need to do is you got a crit, right? So all you got to do is remove the workshop, all the tools from the room, so she doesn't have anything to distract herself anymore. That
I
should
just
be
don't
enough.
want her to turn pink again and attack me from behind, but it's okay. It's for my lady. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the tools and then literally just toss them out of the room.
Okay, so let's review what the tools are. So it's like, it doesn't really give like an idea, but it's definitely all kinds of like book binding stuff, like book repairs, ways to repair binding books. So it's like leather straps and like there's just like clanking noises. You start tossing stuff out, like clank clank. You guys just watch as cartoonishly Nulara is like throwing all of these like tools like out in the hallway. And as she does, like the spirit has less and less to kind of go to each time until like she's working on this last tool that's left in the room. And then you like reach up, Nulara, and like pick it up from her. And she turns and looks at you right through you, sort of like angrily. And you toss that like last tool like out of the room. And then she stops and she looks around and she's going through the act of miming this repair. And there's like nothing here to work. And then she stops and she looks at you, Nulara. And she says, and her eyes close and the spirit like evaporates and she's gone. And because this is like a sort of XP award for putting her spirit to rest, you get the experience as if you had defeated her in combat.
Whoa!
So you guys all get 80 experience for putting her spirit to rest. And not bad.
All right, 80 experience. So that puts
What are we at? 240, guys? Is that right?
250.
250.
50.
So now there's like right outside this room, there's this pile of like book repair workshop that's just been thrown like into the hallway a bit. But yeah, the spirit relaxes. So Nulara, like you feel in the moment where she passes over into the afterlife, your heart like fills with a warmth that spreads from like your chest out to all of your fingers, your toes, and you just feel almost like a warm hug, an embrace from something that's not physical on your soul. And then what do you guys like? Hal looks looks around the corner and steps into the room at that moment. What do you say, Hal?
I'm going to see if there's any magic in here, and I will cast Detect Magic.
Okay. Let's see. There is magic, as a matter of fact.
Nulara, you may have forgotten one tool. There's something in here magical. Maybe look in some of the drawers.
Okay.
I mean, you've gone through all the drawers, all the things. The only thing you haven't turned over in this room at this point is her body.
Oh.
Okay.
Is it? Oh.
He moves back out.
I respectfully turn it over.
Okay. Yeah. So you kind of go through the pockets a little bit. In one pocket, she has a golden paperweight that looks to be pretty valuable, and also a weird sort of eyepiece.
A lens.
Possibly.
No.
It seems pretty like the lenses, the sort of like fulcrum lens holder that you saw in the Lighthouse were pretty big. They were like, 4, 5, 6 inches across for the lens. This thing is like an inch across. This is more like a monocle sized lens, but it is a lens nonetheless. So I'm gonna add these to the trade character. So this is called a crafter's eyepiece. You can wear it to give you a +1 to crafting checks and allow you to repair things better. You repair things with 4 more hit points when you use it.
Oh, nice.
And then I'll also add the treasure, which is, let's see, 10 gold.
Is this another door that I see?
Oh yeah,
Sorry,
there's another door.
And there is another door that
is
leads
door.
south in here. So if you want to check that door, you can. Yeah. You search it, you give it a once over, no traps. Unlocked.
Unlocked.
Yep.
I'll take out my thieves' tools. Give it a quick just jiggle. This one's unlocked. All for you, Nulara.
Yep.
Thank
So
you.
you pop it open, and it looks like a small bedroom. So a small cramped bed is wedged awkwardly into this room, and the walls are lined with sagging bookshelves. So this room is much smaller than the library out there, but it seems crammed with books.
Anything from my list?
I'll check as well.
Yeah, if you guys want, you guys can do give me a perception check as you check for books. And Clovis, while this is going on, I assume you continued your search for more books off Morley Bent's list, right? So go ahead and give me another perception check. And then Hal, do you want to join in looking for books out here, or what are you doing with your time? You keeping the lights
I will.
up, but
I mean, now that I have
What
Detect
is up,
Magic,
man?
I'll help Clovis in
Okay.
areas that he hasn't looked in. So,
perfect. Give me that
Give me-
perception check.
Clovis, give me some of the names on the list. And he calls out.
Yeah.
It's perception, but not initiative.
Right. So, so Clovis and, Mukta and Nulara toss this room. They definitely seem like a much more obscure books. Like, this is definitely the librarian's personal collection, but given like the 15 minutes and the cross-referencing and trying to like match the titles in common to the titles in here that are in all these different languages, you guys do not find any books in here that seem to match the list. Hal, you also do not find any books that match the list with your sort of calling back and forth, but Clovis, with this searched round, you do find like one bulk worth of books that match what Morley Bent was looking for. So
Hey.
I guess I'll add that book bulk to your character. Let's see. Oops. Yeah, I'll have to add the book, and then I'll add it to your character sheet later because I don't have the item made up. But you can remember you have one bulk worth of book that Morley Bent is looking for. Okay. And so as you're like basically doing that sort of call out, like looking for books, looking for each other, Nulara and Mukta are kind of off in the room looking for their books, and Hal and Clovis are up here, like kind of like looking for the books. There is like a sort of noise from the south, and Hal, as you're like looking for books, you kind of look to the south, and from this curtain you see a ghoul-like creature peeks its head out and makes eye contact with you.
Jarrell, I think this boy down here is not supposed to be here. He's supposed to be working in the other place. Maybe you should tell him to go to the other place, and then I'll move into the room and try to disguise my voice to yell at him to go back.
Okay, so you're trying to disguise your voice to sound like Jarrell's voice?
Yes.
Make a deception check.
Let's go.
Deception.
Okay. It's pretty good deception. You definitely confuse this thing, and it's like, you know, you come in here, you do the Jarrell voice. What do you say in Jarrell's voice?
I will say, wow, man, I'll say, aren't you supposed to be down in the other place taking care of what you're supposed to be taking care of? We've got it covered up here.
Okay. So it's a really good deception, and he's really confused, and he stops, and but he like says, like in his like sort of like undercommon voice, he's like, I do not remember a Jarrell? Really confused at the situation, and like, oh, let me go ask my boss, and then he disappears behind the curtain.
Who are you talking about, Hal?
Oh, just one of those guys who bit you? He poked his head through. I thought I would come in and tell him to go away, but he said he's going to find his boss.
That sounds even worse. Where's Clovis?
Clovis is like just down the hall.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
so it seems like you guys have a moment to prepare for what about might happen next, but it sounds like there is at least one, if not more, ghouls just on the other side of this curtain that have finally been alerted to your presence.
Clovis, maybe you should come in here.
No, we should. No, why? We don't want to be stuck in this room.
Why not? What's the difference?
I mean, we don't know how many there are. What if there are hordes and we get stuck in this room while they just... Look, I've heard enough bard tales, all right? Those creatures, there could be massive amounts of them, and they keep coming and coming and coming.
I mean, our friend Clovis can make us some food. We have some food. We eat the berries. We wait them until they get tired of the siege, and they go away.
They're tired. I don't think they get tired. They're undead. Do they get tired from? They've been waiting here for hundreds of years already.
So here's what happens in this time, right? And Lara's keeping an eye on. The ghoul comes up, and then you watch as like the curtains get pulled back.
Oh shit! What's that?
So this is what you see. You see two of these ghouls wearing like the long blue robes, similar to the librarians you beat before. You see another one that's a little bit taller, a little bit more ornate sort of outfit going on. And he's definitely, like, you can see the necklace proudly hanging. He's got 3 lumps of flesh just hanging from his necklace. Behind him, you see a circular room with brand new white, pristine-looking stone, and from the ceiling to the floor, you see a thin blue stream of blue light going from the floor all the way to the ceiling. And where it touches the top and where it touches the bottom, it pulses and bends, and you watch as the floor and ceiling impossibly ebb and flow as the energy connects through it. And with this blue light shining behind this guy and these ghouls staring at you, you hear the one in common smile and say, "More flesh for the kinker."
Oh my gosh, I understood you.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session. of
Oh,
Ruins of
man.
Gauntlight. Hey, it's time.
Clovis, hide.
Oh, Jesus. I
Yeah.
never made it in the room. Ron.
Yeah, you can have time to like go ahead and position yourself, because I was giving you guys enough time while they were having this conversation and talking. I want you to go ahead and put yourself wherever you want to be, Clovis. But you know, the back shot of this backdrop as you watch Nulara with these ghouls like in it, it looks very, very similar to the lighthouse above.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah. The stone matches, the pristineness all matches, and even the blue glow seems to match in color somewhat with the blue glow that you noticed above.
This is where the lens would be.
But we'll find out more
As a
what
fake
happens
Lighthouse.
next week. So, hey, you guys did pretty good combat-wise tonight. We got through 2 combats and only 1 person went down.
Okay. We know that the ghouls are easy to take down. Don't know about this guy.
Right. What's this other guy all about?
Ha.
Let's see.
Al called me and I ran in there. Let's hope this isn't a bad thing. You can just pick him off.
But anyways, yeah, that's going to do it for tonight's session. I like that we got to finally put a spirit to rest. Like Nulara, you finally are seeing some of your calling come to pass.
Nice.
Also, congratulations on critting that religion check.
Yeah.
I know, I was just gonna tell her, lady, you're lost. You've been living in an echo. Just
Yeah.
move on.
Yeah. It seems to be like the way with these spirits, like with that religion check, you know, these spirits have unfinished business, some important thing that tethers them to our reality. And usually all you need to do to placate these haunts are to resolve it for them. And once you do, then they're free to pass. As long as they're not being aggressive and trying to murder you in the process, right?
Yeah.
Which is definitely
That's what
possible.
I was afraid of.
Yeah. I know you were afraid of it. I was trying to build up that tension, but like realistically, she's not automatically hostile or aggressive, which I thought was cool.
Yep, that was cool. Send her
So
to the afterlife.
next week we get to launch with initiative, which I always like. And if history is going to continue to play out the same, somebody's going to go down to a crit on the first round of combat.
It's okay,
Yes,
I'm
yes,
out front already.
But anyways, that's going to do it for us this week on Abomination Vaults. Thank you to Nina, Richard, Mike, and Rick for playing with me. It's been a blast as always. Thank you to the viewers live with us now on Twitch, as well as any of you guys watching later on YouTube. Thanks for Heisenberg for hanging out tonight. Eni hanging out tonight. Thank you for that. Check out my... help us reach the 100 follower goal. If you're not following yet, please do. Check out my DM prep video series. Episode 4 will be airing this Sunday, and we're taking a look at level 2 of the dungeon, the Servants' Quarters, and it'll help any aspiring DMs unravel the mysteries of the Morlocks living on the level, along with any other secrets it may hold. For this game, we'll be back next Wednesday at 7 o'clock Pacific, as our group continues to see what lurks within the shadows within the Abomination Vault. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy. Goodbye.
Happy Pride Month.
That's true. Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride.
And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
All right. Good night.
Say bye,
Good night.
everyone.
Good night.
Fill me out with your smile, like the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this.